I wanted to see if they brought me initials.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hermiston Field for this MCC matchup between the Walla Walla Blue Devils and your Hermiston Bulldogs. At this time, we'd like to announce our starting lineups, starting with the Walla Walla Blue Devil offense. At quarterback number 10, Zach Wood. Number 2, HTVsports Football. At fullback, number 24, Connor Shivel. At wide receiver, number 7, Jesse Ocampo. At wide receiver, number 3, Isaiah Roberson. At tight end, number 5, Damian Romero Herrera. Offensive line, number 66, John Smith. Offensive line, number 75, Kyle Mock. Offensive line number 73, Quentin Grimes. Offensive line number 74, Ryan Abbey. Offensive line number 54, Ethan Krager. Head coach is Greg Nutter. And now for the starting defense for your Hermiston Bulldogs, as announced by head coach David Fire Payton. At defensive end number 35, Jackson Ripskoff. At defensive end number 32, Tama Turia. At defensive tackle number 56, Frankie Martinez. At defensive tackle number 50, Oscar Wadello. Linebacker number 6, Ben Larson. Linebacker number 33, Neil Stasek. Defensive back number 14, Erlen Delgado. At defensive back, number 8, Ami Tuya. At defensive back, number 5, Jaime Ramirez. At defensive back, number 4, Landon Shohanek. And at defensive back, number 2, Justice Council. Coach Matete is assisted by Mike Moser, Travis Jones, Dylan Caldwell, Corey Morgan, Brian Smith, Ricardo Rodriguez, Alan Jones, MJ Arriaga, Ben Miller, Tyler Watson, and Vince Roth. Our gentlemen in the black and white stripes tonight are Ryan Sorensen, Rory Schilling, Sean Gordon, Joe Jensen, and Shane Kelly, our officials for tonight's contest.
So that must be a guy from SWX, that's top 100 positions. Test.
And a good evening. Welcome back to Hermiston High School's Bulldog Stadium down on Kennison Field. The Walla Walla Blue Devils visiting the Hermiston Bulldogs. Walla Walla 0-2. Hermiston with a 1-1 record as we enter into week 3. And the Hermiston Bulldogs, for the number of goals that they've set out in front of us and made public this season, Sonny, it does feel like this is a must-win situation.
I really believe so also. They need to keep pace with the 3A side of it to be able to go ahead and make sure that, they take care of business in the 3A side. The 4A side is going to take care of itself because of the powerhouses that are there, but we need that 3A side just to make sure that we can handle ourselves.
This is the first of the 3A teams that we will see. In fact, it's an incredibly important for playoff purposes stretch, and you don't usually talk about that in week 3, but Walla Walla tonight, next Thursday night at Lamson Stadium against the Southridge Suns. Those two games make a lot of decisions for what the end of your season looks like, and so we don't want to put ourselves too far ahead of things because it is this game right here that Hermiston has to take care of first. Against a Walla Walla team that a year ago was able to go big against Hermiston, 56-14 the final tally. Here's the deal though. Logan Ashbeck, 17 carries, 154 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's not walking through that door, Sonny.
No.
Jake Humphrey, 16 carries, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's not walking through that door, Sonny. This Walla Walla team that they're going to look different offensively.
They're going to look differently offensively because of the personnel that they no longer have, and also in their sets because they're not going to be in that wing T this year. From what we've gathered so far, we will see what happens when they get out on the field because they could at any time change, I guess, over to it, but we'll see. I don't think they will. I don't think they have the personnel to be able to do that.
It's an interesting situation that Walla Walla finds themselves in because they have, for the second consecutive year, not had a JV season. They have a freshman team, and in fact, the freshman team won here yesterday afternoon, 8-7, scoring late, converting the 2-point conversion. Hermiston scored very early in the contest, and the thing is, those 24 to 30 kids, there are 4 sophomore linemen playing with a very large freshman class that fourth-year head coach Greg Lupfer is excited about. That's your future, but a year ago, that team that beat Hermiston handily at Borleski Stadium, it was them and then a freshman group.
Yes.
And there was no in-between, and we've talked about many times over how important JV is to get that type of reps. It's levels. Freshman is X more than middle school football, and JV is that much more intense than freshman football to get you ready for Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, because JV squad gets you very, very close to varsity speed. And when you get to varsity speed, if you have not played in a JV program and you're coming up as a freshman or a sophomore, you are kind of going to be a little bit shell-shocked fairly quickly in a game.
On the offensive side of the ball for Hermiston, they put up points. They got the win against Hanford in week 1. Last week held to just the touchdown in the 48-7 loss against Hermiston. What does the offense have to do for you in week 3 to prove a step forward?
Run effectively. We need a 100-yard rusher tonight, if not 2 of them, to get that passing game going well. Because that's what's going to get Isaac a lot more time and a lot more comfort level out there is if we can run the football effectively. That means that people can't just pin their ears back and, go hell's bells on us.
How tall of a task is that through 2 games? Hermiston has amassed just 126 yards rushing total. So you would look to maybe Ben Larson to get things going. He has 40 yards on the ground on 17 carries, and maybe that means more touches as well for that running back group.
Yeah, and that would be a key again. Being able to, number one, being able to sustain the run attack means that you don't have to abandon it early like we did last week to change it up, to go to the pass a lot more, to play catch up. You just have to have an effective running game, and Ben is going to have, in my opinion, are going to have a fairly decent night tonight.
Waiting for the teams to come back out of the locker room, but we do have the national anthem, and Aaron Thacker will sing it here this evening at Kennison Stadium.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Aaron Thacker with the national anthem here this evening as we see the sun start to drift off to our left, and the Bulldogs and the Blue Devils getting set to pop back out of the locker room here at Kennison Field. It is going to be a game that has some extra delays to it, as we are also welcoming in the folks from SWX. So some longer pauses at points during tonight shouldn't be as disruptive for football as it can be for a basketball game. But of course, you're with us right here, and we appreciate you joining us on the home of Bulldog Athletics on AM 1360 KOHU, your home of Hermiston High School Athletics for 52 years. We also welcome you if you're joining us online at gohermiston.com and mixler.com/AM 1360 KOHU. Here on the Swaymutters Tailgate Show, we will continue with the lead up to kickoff after this on AM 1360 KOHU.
KNDU in Kennewick, if any of you know what a DVD player is anymore.
From the CMG Financial broadcast booth, I'm Eric Olson alongside Sonny Leby with our studio engineer CJ Miller, bringing you coverage tonight. Week 3 in the MCC. Hermiston's Bulldogs hosting the Walla Walla Blue Devils. Hermiston tonight wearing the alternate, the purple uniform with gold numerals and white pants, purple and gold piping down the sides. For the Walla Walla Blue Devils, an all-white uniform with silver numerals and lettering that is less aesthetically pleasing as we get ready to call this one for you on what is a beautiful start to the evening. Mostly clear sky, 71 degrees, and we do have a bit of breeze coming out of the southwest, around 13 miles per hour right now. We are expecting some higher gusts at times this evening. Captain's about to head to midfield as the 1-1 Bulldogs try to get their second win of the season, while Walla Walla is trying to find their first victory here in Week 3. Take a look at the scoreboard, brought to you by Columbia Orthodontics. And a congratulations to the Echo Cougars. 6-man football this afternoon, and they, how do I do this correctly, Sonny? I need the best pun for a win over the Huntington Locomotives. Did they steamroll's not correct?
No, because no steam engine anymore, powered by, I don't know.
Well, maybe you can't say when something goes really badly. 44-6, it did go really badly for the Locomotives. The Cougars took a bite out of them. There we go, I found it.
Okay.
And I apologize as well. Yesterday on the schedule, Pie the Rock was hosting 8-man football, and the Rockets lost to visiting Union 48-8. The Epner Mustangs win 46-8 over the Erie Godites in now 9-man football. Some 9-man action. We'll get updates from this evening. Hoping to hear from Boardman, where Riverside has the Stanfield Tigers in town. And the Umatilla Vikings are in John Day to take on Grant Union. Also tonight at Ione High School, Ione Arlington is hosting Lyle Wistrom Klickitat. 5 different schools in an 8-man football game. Sherman County and Condon are at Powder Valley Enterprise at Duffer. And earlier today, final already, Elgin beats Wallowa 60-0. And Spray Mitchell Wheeler beats a Pine Eagle 36-0. Midfield for the coin toss. And if you're the Hermiston Bulldogs, what do you do here on the coin toss?
Change it up. I wouldn't mind seeing them go ahead and take the football and just get rolling. See if they can get rolling early.
There is a bit of quiet confidence around this matchup tonight. Hermiston does feel like they have matchup advantages in their skill positions, and one of the things that is noticeable about Walla Walla as we peer across Bulldog Stadium, that is a very small group over there on the far sideline.
Yes, it is, and that's going to weigh heavily. There might still be more people coming in. We can still see some more people coming in.
Well, but I was talking about the players on the field. So
yeah.
I mean, there's 35 maybe who are suited up to play tonight.
That's an old school travel squad there. It really is. That's about all we had. Now it's taking everybody we possibly could in the 3 grades that we had.
Right, but there was 12 students when you were here at Hermiston High School?
No, we.
I mean, but we're talking Walla Walla. It's Wahai High School.
But it's also got 3 high schools there. And so drawing a lot of kids to College Place and drawing a lot of kids over to the sales. But you're right, there still should be a lot more people out, as well as what we should be having here from we're not used to seeing this group that small.
All right, well, you got your wish. Abel Alatorre's got the tee, he's got the ball, and he's getting himself set to kick things off here this evening. On Week 3, Hermiston's defense, the 4-2-5 alignment that head coach David Fayetete is the coordinator of, will start on the field. And so we will see Zach Wood lead out the Walla Walla offense here to start off the game. Jesse Ocampo is deep and to the left, and Josh Nelson is deep and to the right. Each are standing just short of the 15-yard line. Alatorre will be kicking into that breeze coming out of the southwest as Hermiston attacks right to left in the purple uniforms to start us off this evening.
That, Eric, is going to be a big teller also. They are their two main offensive threats in that backfield for Wahai. Or two of them, anyway.
We've got a pause because we are waiting for the end of the lead-in television commercial here for tonight's game on SWX before Alatorre gets his chance to kick things off. I will make note that in the second level for the Blue Devils, Josiah Carpenter on one side, that's not that surprising. He's a tight end wide receiver target for the Blue Devils. But on the other side, they've got Ethan Krieger, who is a starting left guard. And I think it's of note because that angled kick for Alatorre to his right to the offense's left is a place where he often slots the ball. So that could be a place to look. At the same time, here's one thing I wouldn't count out, because from time to time, I think David Faitete has grown into a little bit more of a riverboat gambler. If they're that confident, Alatorre with an onside to start the game isn't something I would count out. Well, they're going to pull the teams back off of the field.
A reminder to our spectators here that with this game being on SWX, there will be some TV time.
Not a good start by SWX.
Well, it's a 7 o'clock schedule to kickoff, and it looks like we're still a couple of minutes away from getting on the field. So both teams have been pulled back to their coaches, and there's a little bit of that false start. Like, you're set out, you get that last huddle, you're set out onto the field with all sorts of energy.
Yep.
And then just that little lull. So now it's a question of responding to the lull. Do you want to reflect on my wild hypothesis about an onside kick to start the game?
We've seen it. I wouldn't be totally – we haven't showed it as a start of a game just yet. But we've seen it. Oh, that could have been one of the reasons why they did not have their crew in the right position. The sticks were still
we're still in this commercial break.
But
that's not why that's happening, Sonny.
I know, but the sticks were still laying on the ground over there too, though.
But it doesn't matter because we got to sit in this break until the guy with the camera comes out. A year ago, it was the Blue Devils with a wing tee offense and a considerable amount of success. Just 2 Chase Elliott rushing touchdowns for Hermiston. Now, one of them was a 65-yarder.
That was one of your trivia questions for this week.
Yeah, the trivia question in the program.
Yep.
Because Jaime Ramirez Ortega had a 65-yarder here in week 1. All right, now Alatorre has been given the ready to play. Now we're ready to kick this thing off. Ocampo to the left, Nelson to the right. And it is a chipped ball towards the Hermiston sideline. Will take a hop, hopped up for it. Hermiston levitates, and Robert Akers hauls it in. Bulldog ball at the 32-yard line.
Did they get it? No, they didn't. They got it taken away.
Oh, wow.
So it must have went right through his hands.
Oh, wow. It sure looked like Akers had it. All right, so I wasn't wrong.
No, he had it, and it looked like it got taken away.
So the Walla Walla Blue Devil offense, they scored their first touchdown of the season. Jaden Flippo, the senior running back, did so last week in the third quarter against Kennewick. in the loss to the Lions. First down and 10 from the 32. Blue Devils, right hash mark. Flippo takes the handoff, running left side, running right. Into Roscoe Rodelo Salas, the defensive tackle. Take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Rogers Toyota of Hermiston. Next to Salas, the sophomore tackle is junior Frankie Martinez. Jackson Gribskov and Tama Tuyer, the defensive ends. Neil Stasek and Ben Larson start at the linebacking corps. Nathan Picard is out this week with a shoulder injury. So, Justice Council, Ami Tuya, Landon Shilhonic, Jaime Ramirez Ortega, and Erlen Delgado start in the defensive backfield. 2-yard gain, second down and 8 for the Blue Devils from the 34-yard line in the opening minute of the contest. And a whistle. And now being sent to the sideline, Isaiah Roberson, the senior. Some type of equipment malfunction, it appears. So Josh Nelson will race on for him. Nelson, normally a running back, will be the wide out to the right side. Jesse Ocampo, wide to left. Josiah Carpenter in an H-back position. Movement up front, flags fly out before the second down play can go. It was going to be another handoff to Flippo. Flippo, 23 carries, 105 yards, and the score in last week's loss against the Kennewick Lions. The senior in the backfield stands 6 feet tall. He's 190 pounds.
Number 74 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay second down.
The voice of Ryan Sorensen with Roy Schilling, Sean Gordon, Joe Jensen, and Shane Kelly, the officiating crew out of the Tri-Cities for tonight's game. So the 5-yard penalty will move Walla Walla back to the 29-yard line. And a second down and 14 facing them now. John Smith, the big senior center, puts his paw on the ball. Getting ready to snap it to Zach Wood. Prior to that, another whistle and another pause. Smith is flanked by guards Ethan Krager and Kyle Mock. Quentin Grimes and Ryan Abbey are the tackles. Zach Woods, the senior quarterback, 6'4", takes a high snap, looks to throw. Now he'll pull it down, looking to run. Got away from Gribskov, running to the left side. A flag flies as Wood is stood up, not even down to the ground, but stopped his forward progress at the 35-yard line. 7-yard run for Zach Wood. Question, though, about the marker. That's the white hat Ryan Sorensen just moved backwards to the 31 and indicates holding. So Walla Walla is going backwards again on the opening drive of this game, just over a minute in to the contest.
Yeah, and that was a couple of yards gained on the play, so they still lost their actually 9 yards on the penalty.
Back to the 21-yard line, now second down and 21 facing the Blue Devils. Ocampo split out wide to the left side. Inside of him in the slot is Damian Romero Herrera, looking to throw it that way. Tip pass incomplete. Landon Shilhonic jumped the quick out into the flat and got his fingertips on it, but the junior was not able to pick it, which would, had he caught it, led to about 20 yards of open grass to that purple fake grass that indicates 6.
Yeah, that had 6 all over it, and that time just a little bit high for Landon, but good read by Landon and reading what that quarterback was doing. Not a real good fake in the backfield to try and get everybody moving that way, but good read by Landon.
It was a good read, Sonny, but it was not the Next Chapter Bookstore read of the game.
Nope.
He would have had to pick it for that.
Yeah.
Third down and 21. Handoff. No, Wood keeps it running up the middle, stepping up. He's hammered by the linebacking core. Larson coming through a gap and shoves Wood backwards after a 4-yard gain to the 25. And the punt team has to switch onto the field with 10:37 on the clock in the opening quarter here in Hermiston.
Put down in 17 for the Blue Devils.
Cooper Shields is the kicker. He's standing with his heels on the 10-yard line, the sophomore. Did the kicking a year ago for Greg Lupford's teams as well. Shilhonic is back to return. The kick is away, angled towards the Hermiston sideline. It will bounce at midfield. Shilhonic will bounce back off of it, tipped by Walla Walla at the 44. And Hermiston's offense gets set to take the field. We take a look at their starting lineup, brought to you by Rogers Toyota of Hermiston. The left tackle is a sophomore standing 6 feet tall, 210 pounds, Hunter Allen. Siusa Penny, the 5'11", 245-pound junior at left guard. Wesley Leathers is a 5'10", 230-pound junior at center. Elijah Robinson, the 6'2", 210-pound junior to the right guard. And Andre Saldana, the 5'9", 185-pound junior at right tackle. Handoff to Larson on play one. He is grabbed and pulled backwards by Manny Sanchez. No gain given to Larson, the 5'8", 190-pound junior running back, who took the handoff from the 6'2", 210-pound sophomore quarterback, Isaac Corey. The receiver to the left, the 5'11", 165-pound junior Justice Council, missed last week in concussion protocol. Council's in motion, left to right, takes the jet sweep, running to the right side, stops, turns upfield. He will get across the line of scrimmage before John Smith stops him. Just a 1-yard gain for Council, who's out there in the receiving corps, along with the 5'9", 155-pound sophomore Dale Krebs and the 5'11", 170-pound sophomore Landon Shilhonic, who's alone to the right. Ami Tuia, the 5'10", 160-pound H-back, moves out right behind Krebs in a ladder stack in the slot to the left. 3rd down and 9. David Faitete holding his hands up in the air. They will change the play. Isaac Corey, the sophomore quarterback, with Larson to his left shoulder on 3rd and 9. Takes the snap, looks to throw, left side. Council has it on the jet sweep. He can run, gets across the 50, hauled down by Manny Sanchez, but it was enough for 9, and it is enough, they indicate, for a Hermiston first down. Just past 3 minutes gone in the opening quarter, and Hermiston on their opening drive. Corey's got 3 receiver options to the right. Nathan Walty is alone to the left. On 1st and 10 from the 46 in Walla Walla territory. Jackson Gribskov takes the handoff, running right down the left hash mark, stood up after a gain of 4 to the 42-yard line. John Smith, Josiah Carpenter, Victor Lopez Salazar, and Manny Sanchez, the linemen. Josh Nelson, Jaden Flippo, and Cardi Odell, the linebackers. Grant Bannister, Carter Chevelle, Damian Romero Herrera, and Jesse Ocampo, the defensive backs. Handoff to Gribskov, running right. Gribskov is stopped in the backfield. Manny Sanchez has been all over the field on these opening plays for Hermiston's offense and being a pest.
Yeah, it's that Hermiston line is getting beat right now, Eric. They're meeting us at the handoff.
3rd down and 9 for a second time on this drive. Just past the 8-minute mark in quarter number 1. Hermiston trying to score first. Corey to throw. Backing out of the pocket and rolling to the right. Asking for somebody to go deep down the far sideline. Gets Shilhonic to do it. Has it to him. Shilhonic breaks a tackle at the 5. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. 45-yard pitch and catch to put the Bulldogs on the board.
Nice job that time by Isaac, going ahead and recognizing it and seeing Shilhonic back there and just leaking out a little bit farther and getting it right on the nose.
Corey evaded early, and as he rolled, he was able to make that connection with Shilhonic. Alatorre to add the extra point. The snap's low. Shilhonic is the holder, gets it down, and Alatorre puts it through to put Hermiston in front 7-0 with 7:43 on the clock in the first quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU.
Oh.
7-0 here, 7-0 at Sunnyside, where Kennewick scores first, visiting the Grizzlies. So Kennewick, Hermiston, Southridge, and Walla Walla in some order. Those are the 3A teams who are vying for postseason spots. Obviously, Kennewick's got a lot of positive mojo even after the graduation of their key running backs, because they brought a lot of guys back. They're really big on the line. And oh yeah, they made it to the state championship game. But then there's Southridge, 28 some odd seniors for Matt Johnson's team. And the question is, can one of these two teams get into the conversation? Can Hermiston get into the conversation, Sonny?
I think they can. I think they can. It starts right now, as we spoke earlier. It starts right now tonight. But the thing about that Kennewick team, Eric, is that all those guys that they brought back all had a lot of varsity experience from last year.
And what they make up for in being really big is they're also pretty fast.
Yep.
And they're very strong. What we're saying is
they're good.
It just ain't easy.
Nope.
Jesse Ocampo again to the left and Josh Nelson to the right. They creep up a couple of feet in front of the 15. Another chip ball, but Hermiston is offsides on the kick this time. That first time, Walla Walla let the ball fall, and I assume there was a quick sideline conversation with the up guys. If it's kicked till you just catch it, you can even wave for it.
Well, you know,
that would be the play, is to fair catch these short ones.
Well, that and that'd be something for Hermiston to take into note also.
So Alatorre's got to go back 5 yards backwards as the first Hermiston penalty of the game. 7:42 on the clock. And they have a 7-0 lead on the 45-yard touchdown pass from Isaac Corey to Landon Shilhonic. Corey on the bench behind everybody. He's got one of the iPads right now, taking a look at the huddle live. Alatorre kicks it deep. Nelson has it on the run in the middle of the field across the 20-yard line. Coming right, spins around, runs right into McCamey. And Colin McCamey, the junior, with help from Robert Akers and friends. Looked like Nathaniel Connell was in there as well. They make the stop at the 30 after a return of 9. And Walla Walla's offense has got the ball back, trailing by 7. 7:35 left in quarter number 1. Carter Chevelle is going to line out wide to the right side. In fact, it ends up twin receivers for Zach Wood. The senior quarterback takes a low snap, fakes a handoff, throws a screen up the middle for Flippo. Flippo moving to his left, breaks a tackle and another, sheds another tackler and up to the 35-yard line, turns the screen into a 5-yard gain.
Bobby Tullio secured the tackle for Hermiston.
Looks like the Tuyas were in there, Ami and Tama. And the ball up to the 35. Chevelle and Roberson, the receivers to the left for Wood. And to his right, Romero Herrera and Ocampo. Flag out from the near sideline for movement on the Blue Devils. That's another pre-snap penalty on them, Sonny.
Yeah, the right tackle moved that time.
Number 24.
Oh, they got the receiver.
Wow. It was actually the right tackle that moved first out of the whole thing, so it must have been the H-back. Oh, well, it's 5 yards and their third penalty of the night.
Moves the ball back to the 30-yard line and it's set on the left hash mark. 2nd down and 10. John Wood was the one all-leaguer returning to the team last year. They had 5 others graduate, leaving a bunch of different shoes to fill. Zach Wood takes the snap, looking to throw right side, quick out to the sideline into the hands of Roberson, who's pulled down just short of the 35-yard line. They'll gain 4 there. The tackle made by Erlen Delgado. It is his 10th solo tackle in the season. He leads the team in that category and his 14th total tackle this year.
To go for the Blue Devils.
And it seems like every week at a conversation with David Fiatete, he makes mention of the job Erlin's doing as the rover for this team. Erlin's going to move over to the wide side of the field on 3rd down and 6 from the 34. Wood in a passing down. Hermiston will rush 4, stunting up front. Wood to throw over the middle, intercepted. Taken by Justice Council at the 50-yard line.
Zach Woods passes.
Roberson was in the area, but Council, playing safety, was able to step up and take the pass away. And Hermiston on the change of possession tries to add to a 7-0 lead with 5:44 on the clock in the first quarter.
Nice job that time, and being able to go ahead and step up in there and make sure that this thing didn't come in uncompleted there.
Tuya, Krebs, and Shulhanic to the right. Council to the left. Corey to throw. Looking Council's way. Deep ball down the near sideline. Too far. Flag flies out as Council racing up the field. Hand jockeying with Carter Chevelle, the sophomore cornerback for the Walla Walla Blue Devils.
It's good to see that speed back out there with Council out there and stretching the field. That time, well thrown ball by Isaac into this little bit of a breeze, which is good to see. He got on top of the ball and was able to get it out there on the line.
Pass interference, number 20.
Council missed last week. He had, in the opening game, 3 catches for 70 yards against Hanford in Hermiston's win. But missed the second half of that game and was held out last week as a precaution in concussion protocol. Pass interference moves it to the 35 in Walla Walla territory. Corey, delayed handoff to Gribskov. Big hole up the middle. He's at the 30. Runs over a tackler, pushing his feet forward and gets just short of the 20-yard line. A 14-yard run for Gribskov.
That was brutish there.
First down.
That was a bruteful run there that time. He just ran over the top of that poor safety back there.
5 carries, just 3 yards last week. It's going to almost double his total for the season. First down and 10 at the 21. And a toss play. Gribskov running left. Comes inside of Trotman out there to block. Ball loose. Hermiston.
Ooh, they called
Did they
him
get
down.
it, or they called Gribskov down? No gain.
Called down by contact.
Whoa. That was a polite call there.
On the stop was number 4.
So no fumble. Hermiston keeps it. No gain. Second down and 10 from the 21. In Walla Walla territory, trying to add on to the 7-0 lead. Clock is spinning. 4:35 left in quarter one. Gribskov moved to the right shoulder of Corey. He's got 2 receiver options that way. Blitz coming up the middle, it looks like, from the Blue Devils. They'll bring 5. Picked up well by Gribskov. Throw. Crossing route for Tuya, and he is hauled down.
Isaac Corey's pass is complete to
Jaden Flippo's the one who stops Tuya.
Schubel with the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Up to the 17-yard line, a 4-yard gain. So 3rd down, it is into the wind. So this might be 4-down territory. I don't know if Alatorre would kick a field goal in this situation. Ben Larson's back into the running back. Coaches call everybody's attention, change the play. Council left. Krebs and Shulhanic right. Corey looking to throw. Council's way. Underneath ball. Caught by Council. He comes back to his right and is hauled down by Chevelle at the 8-yard line. First down yardage for the Bulldogs to move the chains on a gain of 9.
Schubel with the tackle for the Blue Devils. Going to make it 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
3:30 left. Bulldogs have this possession on a Justice Council interception. Isaac Corey has split backs. Larson to his right shoulder, Tuya to his left shoulder. First down and goal from the 8. Corey, sprint out to the right. Will throw to the sideline through the hands of Krebs, a drop, incomplete.
Wow. which what was automatic last week went right through his hands. Corey also could have scored on the ground himself. There was that much room out there from the next defender upfield.
Krebs 9 catches, 90 yards at a score a week ago. They switch out the receiving personnel. Gribskov comes back into the backfield. And second down and goal from the 8. Walty is tight to the formation, short side of the field left, with the ball on the left hash mark. Gribskov to Corey's right shoulder. 3 on the play clock. Take it, rolling right. Corey still rolling. He will throw it underneath. This time, Trotman has it down to the 2.
Corey's pass complete to Trotman.
Colton Trotman had a catch last week, has another one this week. This one's for 6 yards and 3rd and goal from the 2. Hermiston looking to add on to the 1 touchdown lead. 2:45 left in the opening quarter. Gribskov to Corey's left. Corey looking over to his receiver right. He's got a one-on-one there. It's a motion play. Toss. And Jaime Ramirez-Ortega with the speed to the left side. The sweep gets to the end zone. Flag out. All over the place on the play. They get the ball into the hands of Jaime Ramirez-Ortega on that little, it's a forward pass. And Corey throws it about 1.5 feet into the belly of the sweeping wide receiver. But Hermiston's going to have this one wiped off of the books. And will face a 3rd down and goal after the holding penalty called against Walty, the receiver. Trying to seal down that edge where Ramirez-Ortega was coming right to left.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because the speed got him out there. And, Eric, I'd like to see the same play that was called on the 2nd down. Corey rolls out. He's got the end zone if he chooses to go ahead and do it, but he's hanging back. They are falling that deep into the end zone with those receivers.
Council and Krebs tight left. Shalhonik alone right. He motions right to left, so all the receiver options are that way. Larson leaks out of the field right on a wheel route. Throw to Shalhonik. He stepped out of bounds. His heels out at the 7-yard line. Corey just kind of passed him out there. They give him to the 8, so it's a 3-yard gain after the penalty. And Abel Alatorre will kick on 4th down and goal from the 8-yard line. 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Looking to make a 2-score lead. Hosting the Walla Walla Blue Devils on the 3rd night of the season. Alatorre from the hash. It's a 20-yarder. Plenty of distance to the right. Just sneaks in. And Hermiston's lead is 10-0.
Puts it through. The field goal is good. 10-0 Bulldogs. Just a little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's Alatorre's first field goal of the season. Good from 20 yards out. I mean, essentially it was a PAT distance, but he had to get the angle, and he just slid that inside the post.
Yeah, he kind of almost pooched it and just didn't get a whole lot of distance on it, but good job of trying to get it up into that wind and put it through.
10-0 lead for Hermiston. 14-0 lead for Kennewick at Sunnyside. And also on the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, a handful of minutes ago, Kamayakin strikes first. 7-0 their lead, and now they've added another. 14-0 Kamayakin. They're at the Lamp tonight. Lampson Stadium hosting the Southridge Suns. Hermiston's opponent next week at that location. We're at Lampson on a Thursday night. Will the Bulldogs go in with a 2-1 record? 2 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Things are looking nice. 10-0 is the Hermiston advantage. Alatorre is again kicking into the breeze. Josh Nelson right and Jesse Ocampo left. They creep even a little bit further forward, and Alatorre boots this one away out of bounds into the Walla Walla sideline. Blue Devils are throwing the offense out on the field, so they'll take the procedure penalty, and it's their ball on the 35-yard line.
Kick infraction against Hermiston. Walla Walla will take the ball on the 35-yard line.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils from the 35.
A Justice Council interception, the last offensive play for the Walla Walla Blue Devils. Zach Wood, the senior quarterback, will set up in the backfield with Jaden Flippo behind him. Pistol set, 3 receivers right. On first and 10 from the 35. Hand to Flippo, middle run, and Flippo hauled down.
Flippo with the carry up the middle.
Siusa Penny in there playing defensive tackle. Makes the stop after a 3-yard gain.
Nice job that time. Good read by Hermiston and good push back into that offensive line.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line. Left hash mark set. Wood takes the snap. Quick throw. Right sideline into the midst of Romero Herrera. Breaks one and then is piled down by 2 others. They'll get him back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss on the play with Ami Tuya and Neil Stasek out there. A couple of notable changes on the defensive line for this drive. There's Tanner McCoy. And next to him, there's Max Ugarte. 2 experienced defensive tackles who were both out at the start of the season with injury. Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, not quite to the midpoint of the first quarter, down in John Day. And Umatillo's got a 7-0 lead at Grant Union. 3rd and 7. Wood keeper on the quarterback option, running to his left. Breaks a tackle, puts his shoulder down. The extra effort gets him another 5 yards, but he needed 7. I'll give him 6 still. 4th and 1. Blue Devils offense stays out there at the 44-yard line. They're moving quick. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Hermiston up 10-0. Bulldogs move everybody up the line. Wood keeps it, puts his head down, and will push himself forward across the 45 to earn the first down on a 2-yard quarterback keeper.
Their first down of the game, Eric.
Boy, they were coming right at Ugarte and McCoy, and really what those two add is they add bulk to Hermiston's defense.
Yes, they do. They do. And, you know, they just got to be able to go ahead and keep their pad level, get it down as low as they can against that fairly good-sized offensive line of Wall High.
Yeah, I mean, that was right behind John Smith, 255 pounds at center, and Kyle Mock, 255 at right guard. 1st and 10 now for Wood. Play action. Pump fake. Now he pulls it down and will be hit as he is able to get himself back to the line of scrimmage. Ugarte takes him down, and now Ugarte hobbled coming out of that pile. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 is the lead for Hermiston after 1 quarter of play here at Bulldog Stadium down on Kennison Field. We'll be back on AM 1360 KOHU.
Efforts to make it to the parade and to the competitions that are scheduled for the season. Please find band members and other members around the team behind the stadium to provide.
No, good. Thank you. Hey, Joe.
We remind you to please stick around at halftime as we've got an action-packed one in store for you, including the performance by Hermiston Band, but the presentation of the state championship rings to the Hermiston Stardust Dance Team.
Simplest move in
Stick around at halftime.
Can you do our rushing total after one quarter?
Yeah. 5 for 15 yards.
That's it?
That's it.
Bulldog Football on AM 1360 KOHU. We welcome you as well online at gohermiston.com. And we also welcome you to mixler.com/1360 KOHU. The web stream powered by Eastern Oregon Telecom, that's internet at the speed of life. After one quarter down on Kennison Field, Hermiston 10 and Walla Walla nothing. We were looking for some running. And the statistics brought to you by the Hermiston School District after a quarter, Sonny. Just 15 yards on the ground, 5 attempts. So the Bulldogs have been relying on a lot of that short passing stuff to try to get the offense going here against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and that's, it's like a run, but, you would like to see that offensive line get the push that they absolutely need to on the rush attempt to, in this whole thing.
Second down and 10. Walla Walla starts the quarter with the ball, attacking right to left, and Zach Wood sheds a tackler, avoids the sack, can't avoid the next one. Scrambling out to right, Ben Larson takes him down for a loss of 4.
Nice job that time of Larson continuing to go with that play. And, once Wood got spun around, he was kind of hung out to dry out there with no place to go.
Moves them back to their 43. Third down and 13. In the opening minute of the second quarter, Hermiston by 10. Wood, 3 receiver options to his left. Rolling that way to throw. Lobs it to the sideline. Catch there made by Chevelle. And then he is hammered by Council just across the midfield stripe to the 49-yard line. 8-yard gain.
Walla Walla with the catch. And a huge hit by Justice Council of Hermiston. It's going to make it 4th down and 5 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, of course, with the losing of the helmet, he's got to come off for a play.
It appears Walla Walla is in a punt formation. Deep to return for the Bulldogs is number 4, Landon Shilhonic.
Blue Devils a punt with Cooper Shields on 4th down and 5, just across the midfield stripe. Shields standing at his 37. Landon Shilhonic back at the 20. It's a fake right side run. Up back Bannister trying to get to the right. He is hit. Ball is loose. The scramble is around the 45. It's not going to matter whether it was a recovered fumble or a turnover on downs.
It was number 8 on the hit.
Tuya on the hit, and Erwin Delgado ended up recovering it.
Well, you knew that somebody at some time was going to have to go ahead and come up with one, and they did. And
so Hermiston's got it, 1st down and 10 from the 45, leading 10-0 with 10 minutes, 10 seconds left. Isaac Corey trying to run right side. Flag comes out as he scrambles to the right, dives forward towards the 50, stops short of that. It's going to be a 3-yard gain, but I think it's coming backwards.
Yeah, it was a holding right on the line of scrimmage. I believe it was, they caught it right, the kid coming right up the middle, and it is going to be a 10-yard penalty.
So a little bit more penalty play tonight for Hermiston in this opening half.
Oh, they called that on Tulia, but they came right up the middle is where I saw the hold at. So.
So 1st down and 1st down and 20 at the 35. 3 receivers bunched to the right for Corey. Larson stands to his left. Motion Krebs right to left. Now 2 options each way. Corey to throw over the middle, off of Larson's hands, incomplete on the screen try.
I mean, nice call that time because he had a lot of room to run after the catch, but little screen pass in there was a little hot.
2nd down and 20. Corey slaps his hands together, play action, throws it out right side. Jaime Ramirez-Ortega has it on the screen. Hit from behind at the 40-yard line. Ramirez-Ortega will pick up 5. Run down by the defensive lineman, Hayden Hughes.
Cardinal, the Blue Devils with the stop.
3rd and 15. Austin Bledsoe to the left along with Colton Trotman. Those two will switch. They're laddered up. And then a receiver wide each way. 3rd down and 15 from the 40. Lob it near sideline. Ramirez-Ortega off his fingertips. Incomplete.
Isaac Corey's pass was intended for Jaime Ramirez.
Flag out far sideline. Away from the action of that play. And it looks like it's going to go against Walla Walla because 4th-year head coach Greg Looper is not pleased.
So pass interference on the other side. Oh,
ineligible downfield.
Okay, declined on
They'll
that.
decline it. And Hermiston will punt with 9 minutes left in the first half, leading 10-0. Drive just didn't end up amounting to much. And so Alatorre will punt away on 4th down and 15. Alatorre standing at his 26-yard line. Jesse Ocampo is the deep man for Walla Walla, and he is quite deep. Bulldogs showing some movement up front. Flag out. Alatorre, left-footed kick blocked, comes backwards and gets pounded backwards towards the goal. Kicked out of bounds by McCamey. And another flag comes out
There was a flag on the play.
where the ball was kicked out of bounds. I don't really know how this is going to end, but it's not going to be good, Sonny.
No, it's not. There's 3 flags on the field, so let's see what all we have. I know that it was a once the ball's out on the field like that, you can't aid it out with the foot. Punch it out, knock it out. You can do that, but I don't know what the first penalty is going to be.
Were 2 men in motion at the same time? Because they were doing a lot of motion prior to that punt play.
Very possible.
This is a long conversation
Either
between
way,
Ryan Sorensen and his crew.
and if it is, it was a pre-snap penalty.
You know what? This is not also not going to be the read of the game. Brought to you by the Next Chapter Bookstore. 8:50 left. We're in quarter number 2. The Bulldogs. Landon Shilhana catches a 45-yard touchdown pass from Isaac Corey. All right, here we go.
Illegal shift. That penalty is declined. We also have illegal kicking against the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty from the spot. Be 1st down.
Ooh.
So decline the illegal shift. Walla Walla blocks the punt. And then Colin McCamey, illegally kicking,
Blue Devils.
will move the penalty down to the 6-yard line. And the Blue Devils down 10-0 with 8:50 left in the first half get 1st down and goal. See if they can reverse their fortunes. Zach Wood has Jesse Ocampo to the left. Isaiah Roberson inside of him. Everybody else tight to the formation. High snap, pulled down. No, kept by Wood, running out to the right. Wood gets himself into trouble. cannot get forward progress, running to the right side, run down by Gribskoff and friends.
Gribskoff with a stop at Hermiston.
Neil Stasek got in there as well. He's a little bit gingerly getting up and jogging off to the sideline, replaced by McCamey. I mean, I think if you're McCamey, your argument there was, ref, my foot slipped.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Second down and goal. Ends up being no gain. Back to the right hash mark. Snap gets away from Woody, picks it back up, running left, pulled down by Tamatuya at a loss of 6 yards.
Yeah, nice job that time on the sack by Tamatuya, coming in for -6 that time.
About the 12-yard line.
Third down and goal. If you're Walla Walla, you can't come out of this with just 3 points, can you?
No, absolutely not. If you're going to keep pace, but Eric, I'll say it this way: if Hermiston keeps making mistakes that are going to be costing them like they did that last 2 series, then it has not hurt them.
Hurt Walla Walla, who is down 10-0 with 7:15 left in the clock, spinning in the second quarter. Timeout. That took too long.
Yep.
And so the Blue Devils want to speak about things before this third down and goal from the 12. And I guess this becomes the question for Greg Lufer's team, because I think they're in Cooper Shields' range. If the ball doesn't get any further, it'd be about a 29-yard field goal. Even though this is into the wind, Shields is a strong kicker.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's going to be offset from the hash mark on the left side. It isn't. That would be a crosswind. It feels like this is probably 4-down territory.
Well, I think it'd have to be if you're going to go ahead and instill some confidence in your team.
The other side of that coin is, like you said, if Hermiston's going to keep making mistakes, 3 points get you back to within a touchdown, and maybe you take it and you run for it.
Maybe that might be the spark that they need. Yes, I mean, well,
Hermiston's seeing points on the board because they haven't had points in the first half yet this year.
Hermiston's adding all the spark that Wahai needs right now by making the mistakes they are, and you are correct. If they get the 3 here, that's a big win for Walla Walla. But I don't think they want to settle for 3. I think they would want to try and get that 7.
Blue Devils haven't broke the huddle yet. They've got 20 seconds left on the play clock. Nope, they're going to reset the play clock. All right, so third down and goal at the 12. 3 receiver options right for Wood. He steps back, lobs it over the middle, deep into the corner. Ball knocked away from Ocampo. Flag out. Justice Council pleading his case, but it looks like he's going to get hooked up for a pass interference penalty.
Which pass is incomplete, but it looks like there is going to be a pass interference.
Is there 2 penalties on it?
7:09 left in the second quarter.
Defense, half the distance to the goal line, replay third down.
So just the pass interference penalty. It moves it back to where this all started after the punt block and illegal kicking at the 6-yard line. But now it's third down and goal. Ocampo left in a one-on-one. And now another pause.
I'm guessing this is a TV timeout.
Or did somebody else
Was
call
a timeout
Hermiston?
called?
TV timeout.
7:09 left in the second quarter. There's a pause for SWX with a 10-0 Hermiston lead. When we return here on AM 1360 KOHU. .709 left in quarter number 2. Hermiston 10, Walla Walla nothing. During that media timeout, David Faitete and the coaching staff brought everybody together into that huddle to deliver a message before this play. 3rd and goal, the Blue Devils will send 3 receivers to the right. For Wood, the senior quarterback, rolling that way, looking to throw. Pumps, pulls it down. Tamatuya catches him from behind and drops him after a 1-yard gain.
Well, you know, that's now we'll see. Will they go for the 3?
They had a lot of time to think about this.
Here they go. Bringing in a kicking ball now, I guess. I don't know.
Zach Wood is the holder for Cooper Shields. The clock spinning, 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. So to bring Walla Walla to within a touchdown. 23-yard look. Shields has it high enough to the right, wide right. It was going to be 4th down and goal from the 5 if they wanted to go for it. So they do try to make it a touchdown game. And now Hermiston, they survive the disaster on the punt, giving the ball to the Blue Devils on the 6-yard line. And because it was a missed field goal into the end zone, they get it at the 20.
Yeah, that's tough there when you just gave up 15 yards of field position by kicking it into the... So why did they just go 2 TV timeouts in
I don't know. It's 6:19 left in the second quarter. Hermiston 10, Walla Walla nothing. We'll be back here on AM 1360 KOHU.
50 is brought to you by the Hermiston High School Marching Band. The Marching Band has 4 competitions coming up this fall. Selected to march in the 2023 Independence Parade in Washington, D.C. this summer. We are thankful for all your support as a community, Hermiston. We will announce the winner of the 50-50 grand at the end of the third.
I don't think they set a date yet. Yeah, they're back in Virginia right now, or what? They're back in Norfolk again.
Hermiston Stars dance team. Stick around at halftime for all the action.
Let's go, officials.
Now you're off. 10-0 Hermiston. 6:19 left in quarter number 2. Down on Kennison Field, the Bulldogs have the ball back. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Isaac Corey with the hard count gets 3 different Blue Devils to jump off sides. This game just doesn't have a lot of rhythm to it, Sonny.
No, it doesn't. And, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the Hermiston mistakes, and a lot of it has to do with ill-timed TV timeouts.
Left side play, and Shilhonic gets a first down yardage for Hermiston. Called out at the 33-yard line.
No, that was Ramirez.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ramirez Ortega.
Carter Odell forces him out of bounds for the Blue Devils. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
First down and 10 from the 33. Corey's got 3 receiver options right. Hands off to Larson. Up the middle, he's got a hole. Breaks a tackle at the 40-yard line. Hauled down from behind at the 43. 9-yard gain. Bannister with the tackle. And the Bulldogs second down and short.
Gain of about 9.
Nose of the ball just short of the 43 left hash mark. Corey hands off to Larson again. Larson, big hole left side again. First down yardage, stopped just short of the midfield stripe. Josh Nelson makes the tackle.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
That's what they need to do, get him going.
Jackson Gribskov switches in for Larson in the backfield. First down and 10 from the 48 to the right of Corey, who takes the snap, rolling right to throw. Corey will pull it down and decide to run himself. Comes out to the sideline, puts his shoulder down, and gets into Walla Walla territory up to the 46-yard line. Run of 6 and a punishing run. As it looked like it was Damien Romero Herrera who took the brunt from that 6'2", 210-pound sophomore frame of Corey. Second and 4. The Walla Walla 46. Jump pass over to the right side. Shilhonic gets a block and has a seam at the 30. Saving tackle made by Josh Nelson, the inside linebacker. And a 16-yard gain. Spin the clock, 5:18 left in the second quarter. Hermiston moving the ball now, trying to add to the 10-0 lead. Corey takes the snap. Play action, throw right side, sidearm pass, caught by Shilhonic, and he falls back behind the line of scrimmage at the 32, losing 2 yards of the play. Jared Garcia, sophomore, comes in. He's the receiver right. Ramirez Ortega and Council out to the left. Larson into the right shoulder. Corey on second out and 12. Throw to the left side. Underthrown ball hauled in by Ramirez Ortega for a pickup of 4.
Ramirez with a reception by Isaac Corey's pass.
Hermiston's got the wind, and it's a pretty brisk one right now at their back. On third down and 8 at the 28-yard line. Ami Tuya moves into the backfield along with Ben Larson. Each flanking Corey to the side. Sophomore slaps his hands together, fakes a handoff to Larson, rolling to the right. Corey to throw for the end zone, incomplete. If his receiver hadn't have checked his run, it still would have been incomplete. Isaac threw that one about 10 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, the bad part about it is he missed Council. Nobody even covered him wide open over the middle.
So Alatorre is going to try from 45 yards to add to the 10-0 lead. 4:07 left out of the hold of Landon Shilhonic. Good snap, holds there. Kick has the direction, but not the distance.
Oh, he
got there. Oh my goodness, from way downtown, a 45-yarder by Abel Alatorre.
4 minutes left in the second quarter.
It was over by a whisker.
Yeah, by a whisker, yes. That was amazing. I mean, it did not look, a little bit of wind helped it out, I think, there at the end, Eric.
Sonny, I think a lot of wind helped that sucker over.
It looked like there was no way that was going to crawl over the top.
So Alatorre has his second field goal. And Hermiston's lead is now 13-0. 4:02 left before the teams head into the locker room at halftime. When we come to the halftime show presented by Devitt Oil's Circle K, we talk to the head coach of Hermiston's cross-country programs, Troy Blackburn. They were out running this afternoon after school prior to the teams taking the field. Had a lot of success last weekend getting ready to hop on the buses to go to Oregon City tomorrow. Alatorre with the wind at his back after that 45-yard field goal. Will get the ball set to tee. And I think the wind is pretty helpful right now because this has pushed Ocampo and Nelson back to about the 5, and the ball just fell off of the tee.
So they're
Abel Alatorre lining up the kick for the Bulldogs.
they're going to forego that, aren't they?
Well, I think it's the second time then you have a holder.
Yeah, but don't they? Oh, yeah, I thought they had to go out and present the ball back again.
Alatorre kicks this one high, puts a lot of power into it. Nelson at the 3-yard line running right down the middle of the field. Nelson edges to his left, is tripped. Frankie Trevino makes the tackle after Nelson returns it about 25 yards out to the 28. And the Blue Devils have 2 timeouts and 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half to try to get on the scoreboard. Trailing 13-0.
Now Hermiston's got to go ahead and right their ship right now and keep Wahai pinned back here.
Damian Romero Herrera and Jesse Ocampo wide to the left. 2 options to the right as well. First down and 10 from the 28. Handoff up the middle for Flippo. Flippo, 3-yard gain to the 31. Walla Walla really hasn't done a lot of that tonight.
Flippo with the carry.
No, they haven't, and it's, well, they've ran the ball 11 times, 12 times now in the game, and in 12 times in the game right now, and for only 17 yards.
Second down and 7 at the 32-yard line. Pistol set, Zach Wood, hands in front. Leans, takes a snap, play action. Now he'll pull it down and run right into Jackson Gribskopf.
Wood with the scramble. Gribskopf jumps up.
Loss of a yard back to the 31.
Timeout. Hermiston.
And Hermiston's going to call a timeout. Leading 13-0, so they see an opportunity here to try to get another score on the board before these teams head into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, as what we've said all night long so far is the Hermiston mistakes. Now, this is the one time they need to go ahead and be very disciplined, get the ball turned over to them, and try and get another 7 back on the board before half.
Gribskopf's had a nice night defensively. He had, coming into the game, a team best 18 total tackles. He finds himself in the area a lot. So the Bulldogs, a chance to get the ball back here. But they do have to contend with 3rd down and 7 from the 31 first. Jesse Ocampo is the lone receiver to the right. Romero Herrera, and then Chevelle, and then Roberson to the other side. Wood rolling that way to his right, dumps it underneath, and it is caught by Romero Herrera. Spot from one side is not enough for a first down. Yeah, he is just short. And David Faitete will use another timeout. 2:48 left in the second quarter. 13-0. And Walla Walla facing a 4th down and inches.
It's going to be 4th and inches of the period.
Take a look at the scoreboard brought to you by Columbia Orthodontics. Not a real surprise up at Edgar Brown Stadium. Oh.
Well, they gave it him a first down.
They announced the first down after the timeout.
All that action at halftime.
Huh.
We'll get to that in a second. So, Chiawana 28, Pasco nothing. Kamayakan 28, Southridge nothing. And Kennewick's lead is now 21-6 after a Sunnyside touchdown. So the frustration there for David Faitete is you can't decide that after I call the timeout, because I'm not going to call the timeout if that's a first down. Why would I give them an extra pause? If you guys are going to make that decision, you have to make that decision right away.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there's no desire to stop the clock with 2:48 left at a first down. If it's 4th and inches, which is what it said on the sticks, they hadn't made an indication to move the sticks, then you call that timeout, but you're not calling that. So that decision has to be made quicker. That's just procedurally, that has to be made for the sake of the coach to make his decision in game management. First down and 10 for Walla Walla. Hand off to Flippo. Back in the backfield. Flippo was taken down. Siu Sapeni
Just
shed
blew it
the
up.
guard and blew the play up, yeah. No gain is given.
Make it 2nd and long.
2nd down and 10 at the 38. And now, Blue Devils aren't playing with a lot of fervor here. 2nd and 10. Hermiston showing a blitz. Wood changes the play. The senior quarterback takes a high snap down, hands it off. Flippo running right. Flippo runs into the pile. Hit hard again. And Hermiston will use a timeout again. Gribskopf makes the stop. Flippo gains 3 on the play.
Their final timeout.
And the Bulldogs will use their final timeout with 1:57 left in the second quarter. Trying to get that ball back up 13-0 to try to put one more score on the board before halftime.
Yeah, they've done a good job of limiting, 19 total yards of rushing for Walla Walla. They've got 4 first downs, 2 of them by penalty and 2 by the run. So, and they haven't had really any real success through the air. I think they've got 8 passes, and of those 8, 5 are completed, but only for 25 yards and 1 interception and a sack.
So passing down here, 3rd down and 7. The statistics from Sunny brought to you by the Hermiston School District. Right hash mark, 41-yard line in Walla Walla territory. 1:57 left. Hermiston is out of timeouts. With a 13-0 lead, the Bulldogs trying to get the stop and get the ball back. Wood will motion Roberson right to left and then run it the other direction. The quarterback keeper is enough for a first down. Spins off of a tackle and across the midfield stripe into Hermiston territory. And that's been one of their best productive plays of the game is Wood on a keeper.
Yeah, that time there, what was that? About a
It was 11. It was 10.
10-yard rush, yeah.
Now Walla Walla moving fast. They do have the opportunity to pause the clock. And a penalty on Hermiston. They had too many on the field. Greg Looper and his coaching staff were all doing jumping jacks over on the other sideline. because they saw that Hermiston had 12 out there, and they were desperately trying to get Wood to snap it quicker. And Wood just didn't see it. So 5-yard penalty. Bulldogs have the correct personnel on the field here for first down and 5. The ball moved down to their 44.
9th penalty on Hermiston already, Eric. 2 of them were declined, so 7th accepted penalty against the Bulldogs.
Wood with Flippo behind him. Stays in the pocket to throw. Deep ball right sideline, wide open. Roberson at the 20. He stumbles and falls out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Found a hole in the defense. And the Walla Walla Blue Devils are in business with 1:23 left before halftime.
29-yard pickup that time for the Blue Devils, and another first down. And first by the pass, somebody missed the assignment completely because there was nobody out there.
Better than doubles the yardage for Wood through the air on that 29-yarder. Jesse Ocampo will be the receiver on the short side of the field right with the ball in the right hash mark. 1st and 10 from the 15. Trips left for Wood. He's looking that way. Now back to the right for Ocampo. He wants that direction into the end zone. Incomplete. Flag out. Jaime Ramirez Ortega is going to get flagged for having his hand on the back of Jesse Ocampo. And it'll be penalty number 10 against Hermiston.
Wow.
Pass interference, number 5 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. You go half the distance to the goal line. Replay first down.
So that'll move it down to the 8. First down and 3 for the Blue Devils. 1:18 left before the half. Again, Ocampo wide to the right. 3 options left. Zach Wood's got the back behind him. From the 8-yard line, first down and 3. Wood, the keeper, running straight up the middle. He'll get stood up right at the 5 as the first down yardage. Falls forward to the 4, gaining 3. And the Blue Devils will call a timeout with 1:11 left. Trying to stick it in the end zone, down 13-0 before the half. We'll take the break here on AM 1360 KOHU.
Correction.
It's fine. Just it's loud.
Also a penalty, Eric.
Yeah, they haven't indicated yet, have they?
No, not yet. It happened on the way down, so it's going to be a face mask, I think.
There is a foul on the play. Face mask, defense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down from the 2-yard line.
Face mask indicated. 1:11 left out of this Walla Walla timeout. They'll have 1st and goal. The 5-yard penalty moves it down to the 2. So Hermiston did have a punt blocked and gave Walla Walla the ball on the 6-yard line earlier in this quarter. And the Blue Devils weren't able to come out of that exchange with anything. Now, with just over a minute left before halftime, 1st and goal, and I think the Blue Devils is just going to go straight down Broadway with Wood. The senior quarterback will turn, hand it off. Flippo running, left Flippo stuffed. See you, Sapeni, Max Ugarte. Lost 2 yards, back to the 4. 2nd and goal. Now Wood goes under center. Quarterback keeper, the 6'4" frame, edges to his left. Keeps pushing towards the goal line. No signal yet. Blue Devils say he's in. Officials say he's out by a half foot. Walla Walla going quick. 35 seconds left. Wood under center. 3rd and goal. Was everybody set for the Blue Devils? This time they say Wood's in from a yard out for a touchdown. Zach Wood runs it in from a yard out. Walla Walla does have a swinging gate start to their extra point. Wood is the holder. And Cooper Shields did miss a field goal attempt this direction. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. It's off to the right again, and he misses it. That way, wide right. 13-6 with 29 and a half seconds left before halftime. You're listening to Bulldog Football on AM 1360 KOHU. .7 seconds left here in the first half. Hermiston has the lead still, 13-6. And a line drive kick off of the foot of Shields. Shalonik has it. Flag out as Shalonik gets the 35, the 40 down the near sideline. Shalonik runs right over the top of the wideout Carter Chevelle. Shalonik gets all the way into Walla Walla territory, but the flag was spotted from way downfield. A holding penalty on Hermiston.
During the return, holding number 30 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So no timeouts, 19 and a half seconds. Wind at their back. I presume Hermiston will take at least one shot here. Shalonik right. Council, Krebs, Tuya to the left. And Ben Larson to the right shoulder of Isaac Corey, the sophomore quarterback. Play action to throw. Left side, Shalonik has it, moves to the middle of the field, realizes he needs to get towards the out of bounds marker. He does not. Does gain 12. The clock pauses while the chains move. Bulldogs get to the ball. The officials having trouble. Some of them are winding the clock on that play, others are not. Corey's ready. Now the clock moves. 7 seconds left. Corey takes the snap. Rolling left. Corey comes back to the right side. Realizes that this is going to be it. He will indicate for Shalonik. Go deep, too far. What a throw. Isaac Corey just unleashed about a 50-yarder, but a little too far for Shalonik. And that will bring us to halftime. Hermiston 13. Walla Walla 6. Halftime presented by Devon Oil Circle K, and we will talk Hermiston cross country when we return on AM 1360 KOHU.
Hermiston Marching Band will perform this.
get theirs in. 30 seconds back.
Come on, guys, get off the field.
Halftime presented by Devon Oil's Circle K down on Kennison Field. The marching band has just completed a presentation. The dance team went as well, and now Hermiston and Walla Walla warm up to try to get themselves set for second half action, where Hermiston is in front 13-6. The statistics brought to you by the Hermiston School District. I presume, Sonny, they're going to tell a story of missed opportunities.
Lots of missed opportunities for the Hermiston Bulldogs. Hermiston ran the ball 8 times for 35 total yards. Could not get a running game going. They were 13 of 18 for 121 yards in the game. 26 total plays, but 156 total yards in that first half. What really set them back was the mistakes. The 12 first half penalties on Hermiston for 66 yards. They had 9 first downs in that first half, 1 by penalty. And a lot of those penalties stopped would-be drives or continued drives. Wahai did have the ball for 28 total plays in that first half for 88 total yards. They had 9 first downs, also 3 of them by penalty. And they ended up the first half with just 5 penalties for 40 yards. So a huge thing. The turnovers, the 1 block punt for Walla Walla cost us, the score there to make it 6. The Hermiston interception during the game was, also huge for us. But us having to settle for the 2 field goals is what kind of, we should have only had to settle for the 1 field goal. The other one we should have been able to go ahead and punch it in.
20-yard field goal and a 45-yard field goal, and right now that's the front runner, the 45-yarder for the play of the game. Although Landon Shilhonik's 45-yard touchdown catch from Isaac Corey right at the start of the game, and it seemed like, Hermiston off to the races, but things have stalled. The penalties, as you highlighted, have been problematic. And as we sit here in the CMG Financial broadcast booth getting ready for second half action down on Kennison Field, it's a game that still hangs in the balance. Take a look at the scoreboard brought to you by Columbia Orthodontics. It does not hang in the balance up at, what do they call that, the Pebble Fight at Edgar Brown Stadium. Chiawana leading Pasco 35-0. And Leon Jackson's team still hasn't found points on the scoreboard yet this season. At the half, Kennewick in control at Sunnyside 34-6. The tally there. And the last check-in, it's been a little bit, but at Lamson Stadium, Kamayakan in control over Southridge 28-0. That Southridge team, they wait in the wings next Thursday night. Hermiston and Southridge, a Thursday night at Lamson Stadium, 7 o'clock kick. We'll do radio coverage at 6:30 next Thursday evening. And with your Sway Motors tailgate show, we'll go the half-hour version on a Thursday night. Blue Devils kick off to the Bulldogs to start the second half. Hermiston looking to take the ball and add to a 13-6 lead. Yeah, Sonny, how do you want them to jump out of the gates here?
I want them to run the ball. I really do. I want them to run the ball, take control of this team, get the offensive line to start getting a push up the field. It'd be nice to see a return right now, a long return. Wahai's got to kick it into this breeze that is starting to pick up a lot more. So it may hang up in the air a little bit. I think our returners on all 3 lines are way too deep back here. They should be up about another 10 yards.
Cooper Shields, it was a line drive kick. This time it's an angled chip ball over towards the sideline. Drop, bobbled, and Hermiston retains it right on the sideline out of bounds. No return, but Bulldogs will start at the 36-yard line.
That was close.
Nick Purswell cover the ball.
The bobble by, Harris on the attempted fair catch, and Purswell coming in to pick it up.
Isaac Corey will run the play in from the sideline. First offensive play of the second half. We'll have him send Justice Council wide to the left. Ami Tui sets up as a tight end left. And Shulhanick and Krebs to the right for Corey. First down and 10. Walla Walla showing blitz. They'll bring it. Hand off to Larson. Larson gets a yard. Trying inside zone it. It's just not there.
Yeah, they're just not getting any push whatsoever out there, Eric.
Bulldogs moving quick. Second down and 9. Isaac Corey's got 2 in the backfield with him. Tuya to his left shoulder. Larson behind him. In the pistol set. Play action. Corey rolling right. The sophomore quarterback rifles it downfield. Shulhanick catches it at midfield. Steps out of bounds into the Hermiston sideline at the Walla Walla 48-yard line.
First down.
26-yard pickup that time for Shulhanick, and a good job.
16.
16, sorry, you're right, 16.
At the Walla Walla 49, first down and 10. 40 seconds into the second half. Handoff to Gribskoff. Up the middle, big hole. Gribskoff breaks a tackle at the 35-yard line. Bounces off of another and moves to the middle of the field. Whistles come. And Gribskoff is going to be called down at the 34-yard line. But another 15 yards gained for Hermiston. First and 10. Corey moving the offense quickly. Right hash mark set. Gribskoff to his right shoulder. The sophomore quarterback slaps his hands together, takes it, hands it. Gribskoff up the middle. Gribskoff running behind the left guard and tackle, and Sepeni will lead him for a 6-yard gain down to the Walla Walla 28.
We'd like to get the attention of a Washington driver with the white VW SUV, license plate CDT 630.
Second down and 4.
Parked on a crosswalk. And
at the Blue Devils 28.
Unless you get out there very
Gribskoff behind Corey. Trotman to his right shoulder. Play action, quick throw out to the left flat. Open there. Bledsoe's got space, and Bledsoe pulled down at the 15, but flags out.
Yeah, you're going to get a holding out there on the outside, and unfortunately, it didn't need to be there.
But a flag on the play.
Check on the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, and another touchdown for the Umatilla Vikings. About the halfway point of the third quarter, and their lead at Grant Union is 27-0.
So right now, as it stands, he's got a 6-yard gain, 8-yard gain is where they threw the foul, the penalty on it, at 8 yards, 9 yards out. And was that Tuya that caught that one? It was, wasn't it?
No. It was Austin Bledsoe.
Oh, Bledsoe, that's right.
Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Second down.
It actually moves it all the way back to the line of scrimmage. They say the holding penalty was 10 yards downfield.
75 for the Bulldogs.
Essentially, you replay it. Nothing gained, nothing lost. 2nd and 5 at the 29. 10-12 on the clock. Hermiston trying to add on to the 13-6 advantage. Third quarter action at Bulldog Stadium. Corey slaps his hands together twice. Play action, rolling right. Out in the flat, he'll rifle one downfield. Shulhanick at the sideline, bobbles, calls it in. Held on to it at the 14-yard line.
Shulhanick took time down the sideline for a completion, and
Another 15 yards gain for Hermiston. Another first down on this drive. 2 minutes plus gone in the third quarter. Bulldogs would like to extend their lead to 2 scores again. Going left to right, they are in field goal range by a lot if this stalls. Hand off to Gribskov, flag out from the near side as Jackson barrels his way 6 yards down the middle of the park.
Illegal formation, offense.
Formation penalty called against Hermiston. Came from the near side official. Jaime Ramirez Ortega thought he was in the correct spot. So back to the 18. First down and 15. Delayed handoff to Gribskov, trying to get up the middle. Just sniffed out pretty well. Ends up as a loss of a yard for Hermiston.
Jackson Gribskov with the carry up the middle. Stopped by Kyle Mock.
Yeah, when your offensive line isn't getting a push like that way it's taking way too long a time to get going forward.
Second down and 16 yards to go.
Second down and 16 at the 19-yard line. Corey to throw, stands in the pocket, looks right side, dumps it off that way. Tuia has it, pulled down from behind
Isaac Corey's pass is complete.
at the 9-yard line. Josh Nelson, the inside linebacker, with the stop. After Tuia gains about 10. Excuse me, he was out at the 14-yard line, gains about 5. 3rd and 10. Larson steps up from behind Corey to his left shoulder. Trotman to the right. Corey rolling left. Pressured as he dumps it off, incomplete. Just a little bit too far for Dale Krebs, the sophomore receiver. Has not had the same type of week as he had at Richland a week ago when he caught 9 passes for 90 yards and a score. So 4th down, it does stall. And Abel Alatorre will try for his 3rd field goal of the night. He's hit from 20. He's hit from 45. This one would be from 31, but Hermiston's going to take a timeout first. 8:57 left in the third quarter. And Hermiston's lead is 13-6. Bulldogs have just kind of had all sorts of different ways that it hasn't been as crisp and clean as it was in weeks 1 and 2, Sonny.
No, not at all. And when you start getting 15 penalties already in this game, and you just can't continue to shoot yourself in the foot and try and keep going forward. They haven't looked crisp, and the running attack. Last week we were getting downfield a lot quicker. Right now
they're going to go for it.
Right now we're getting met in the middle of the backfield.
They took the field goal team off of the field. Up 13-6, 8:57 left out of this timeout. 4th down and 11 from the 14. Corey takes a snap, hands off. Flip it back to Shilhonic. Shilhonic looking downfield for Corey. Shilhonic will run it himself, put his shoulder down inside the 10. Steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line. And turnover on down. Shilhonic does end up gaining 6. It was set up to be a pass play to Corey on the reverse. And Walla Walla was ready for it.
Well, Isaac just didn't get out of the backfield. That was the thing. He just did not get out of the backfield. He was still at the line of scrimmage whenever Landon had to go ahead and break and go for the run.
I feel like I mean, the reason that happened is because everything happened too quickly. The ball got to Landon too fast. That's got to be slower developing. First down and 10, Wood will hand off, and Flippo breaks a tackle before he's upended by Shilhonic at the 13-yard line. Flippo, gain of 5.
Gain of about 5. Stop by.
Blue Devils down by a touchdown. 8:33 left in the third quarter. And the strong-armed senior quarterback of the Walla Walla Blue Devils had the rushing touchdown in the first half for the Blue Devils. Zach Wood with Flippo behind him in a pistol set. 2nd and 5. At the 13, twin receivers each way. Wood will take the snap, turn, hand off, ball fumbled. Hermiston pulls it out of the pile. There was a problem with the handoff. And in there, Ben Larson recovers the fumble to give Hermiston the ball, 1st and goal.
Yeah, that time he rode that a little bit too far with no yards to gain, and Flippo just couldn't put it away. Nice job by Larson to go ahead and pick it up.
At the 9-yard line is where Larson recovers it. He's to the left shoulder of Isaac Corey, 1st down and goal. Motion man, left to right, fake to Council, toss to Larson in the backfield. Larson is sniffed out and stuffed by Ethan Kreger.
They look like the whole team doesn't look like they're on the right team, on the right page with each other.
6 yards lost. 2nd and goal from the 15. Council alone to the left. 3 options to the right for Isaac Corey with Larson to his left shoulder. Corey looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, running right side. Pulled down. Sacked on the play.
Isaac Corey scrambles, but is brought down for a sack.
Ends up losing 2 yards. Taken down by Josiah Carpenter, the defensive end. Just over 7 minutes left in quarter number 3. Hermiston just passed up a field goal attempt from over here. 3rd down and goal from the 16. Trying to add on to a 13-6 advantage. Corey. 3 options left. Looking to the right. He'll lob it for Shilhonic. 1-on-1. Knocked away from him. Incomplete.
And the attempted pass.
Ball got poked up into the air, and Damian Romero Herrera tried to tiptoe the back of the end zone for an interception. Could not. And so now Alatorre, except the try will be from further away. 33 yards out of the hold of Landon Shilhonic. To make it a 2-score game again with 6:37 left in quarter number 3. Right hash mark with the wind at his back. Wind's also helping right to left. Plenty of distance. Dead through. 33-yard field goal for Alatorre, and it's a 16-6 lead with 6:36 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football on AM 1360 KOHU.
TV timeout also.
TV timeout.
With the TV timeout, we'd like to announce the winning ticket for tonight's 50-50. A little early, but we're excited to get a winner. The winning ticket for tonight's 50-50 is 407. 9, 5, 7. I repeat, the winning ticket is 407957. Report to the 50-50 table to receive your prize.
Abel Alatorre, third time he's knocked it through the uprights this evening. With 6:36 left in the third quarter, the Hermiston Bulldogs lead is back out to 10, 16-6 down on Kennison Field. But again, a drive stalls where Hermiston looked that time to be really marching down and ended up not empty. Oh, excuse me, actually this was first and goal from the 9, and the penalties started to move things backwards.
Yeah, I mean, they got 3 penalties in a row that we had out there. Well, 3 penalties ended up for 25 yards. And one of them after the fumble by, Wahai to get it back at the 9-yard line. And then still couldn't get it punched in. They just looked like they were not on the same page. They looked like they were a little bit panicked on what they wanted to do, maybe trying to go a little bit too quick, and just didn't let the plays get developed.
Well, on the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, Southridge has found the scoreboard. They got a safety. They trail 28-2. Kennewick, 40-13 at Sunnyside. They'll cruise to 3-0. And Abel Alatorre will roll a bounding ball, takes a huge hop, takes another hop right over the top of Ocampo, scrambles back to pick it up at the 3-yard line. Ocampo's in trouble. The pile gets to him and stops him at about the 5-yard line.
Picks up the ball and is swarmed by a bunch of...
Frankie Trevino was there to lead the way, helped out by Nick Purswell. And Walla Walla has got a big field in front of him, down by 10 with 6:28 left in the third.
The break Hermiston kind of needed there, on it looked almost like a mishit kick, but it worked out perfectly.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was entirely on purpose. He hammered the top of that really hard to try to get it to hop and bobble. Either way, it put Zach Wood a yard outside of his own end zone. 2 receivers each way. Back behind him. Motion man, right to left, handoff, Flippo up the middle, spins off of a tackler, keeps his feet churning, and is across the 15-yard line. Good opening run there, first down yardage for Jaden Flippo, moving the ball 10 yards on the first play of the drive. Tanner McCoy, Max Ugarte, both making their first appearances this season after missing the first 2 weeks with injury, are in at defensive tackles next to each other. Wood turns and hands Flippo again, tries to come back to the middle to his left. This time ran right into the area that was occupied by McCoy. And Ugarte pulls him down. Maximus is definitely feeling the injury to his leg that he was able to finally get cleared from. Just about every time he comes out of a pile, he's hobbling a bit. 2nd and 8. At the 18. Ball in the middle of the park for Wood. Looking to go option left, does toss it to Flippo. Flippo hauled down on the sideline by Shelhonic. The leading open field tackler for this team was Erlen Delgado coming into the game, but Shelhonic wasn't too far behind him. And he may have caught him here tonight. It's about his 4th solo tonight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
3rd down and 9 facing the Blue Devils. 4:50 left in quarter number 3. They trail 16-6. 2 receivers each way for Zach Wood, the senior quarterback. Straight drop in the pocket. Pressured as he throws. Near sideline. Bobbled and poked away from Ocampo. Ocampo made a really nice effort to come back on what ended up being an underthrown ball. Knocked down by the wind.
Yeah, Ramirez got his hand into it, though, and was able to do it and popped it up there. But the wind did knock it down because that wind is starting to blow real hard.
Pretty much coming straight out of the west, right into the face of the Blue Devils, and Cooper Shields, who's getting ready to punt from his 5. Hermiston does not appear poised to come after this one. Shilhonic is on the Walla Walla side of the 50. Shields a low line drive away from Shilhonic, who picks it up at the 50-yard line, running to the Walla Walla sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds there. Flag out at the end of the play after what looked to be a really good open field tackle by Isaiah Roberson. And some type of extracurricular determined after that. Now we get the indication.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Number 33 of the defense.
Well, no sportsmanlike penalty called against Walla Walla, but not from the guy who made the tackle.
No.
So Shilhonic returned it to the 43. About an 8-yard return. But the unsportsmanlike that'll be added on to the end of it is going to give the Hermiston Bulldogs an opportunity to add on to their 16-6 lead with a good starting field position. 4:20 left in the third quarter.
So why is that only a 10-yard penalty?
Bulldogs from the 28
12. From the 42 down to the
28, first down and 10. Walla Walla jumps off sides. Well, here's your extra 5 yards right here.
Dead ball. Encroachment.
Defensive end
5-yard penalty.
Manny Sanchez, who had a fantastic opening couple of defensive drives at that defensive end position. He's grown a little quieter, although the Bulldogs have not run the ball a ton. First down and 5. Now at the 17-yard line. That's not right, the 23-yard line, excuse me. Larson out of the backfield, throw it out to him on the right side, drop pass. Incompletion declared, although there's a scramble for the drop ball.
Number 6, Ben Larson, incomplete.
It's a good thing because there would have been another loss on the play, and that he did drop that ball.
4:16 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs trying to add on to a 10-point advantage. Jaime Ramirez Ortega, Ami Tuyo are out wide to the right side, way away from the formation. Corey looking over to the sideline as Council and Krebs are to the left. Shoulder to shoulder. Now they shift the receivers. 7 on the play clock. Corey's got Larson to his right shoulder. Takes a 2nd and 5 snap. Corey to throw. Dumps it. Down left side, Council. Shoved out of bounds by Carter Chevelle. Gets the first down, though, down to the 17. Isaac Corey's going to walk up to the line of scrimmage. He's got 2 backs. Fakes to Gribskoff, rolling right, throws it underneath, incomplete for Bledsoe. Flag out, far side.
Isaac Corey's pass, incomplete. Intended receiver was Austin Bledsoe.
4:06 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU Hermiston. We welcome you as well online at gohermiston.com.
Ineligible downfield. Number 66 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Hunter Allen, the left tackle, was ineligible downfield on the play. So Hermiston faces a 2nd down and 15 back at the 21-yard line. Have ventured into the red zone again, just got pushed out of the red zone with that penalty. have not turned it into a lot of points. Corey rolling right to throw, lobs it right corner for Krebs into double coverage, too far, incomplete.
Isaac Corey's ball is deep to the far corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Lieutenant for Dale Krebs.
Just off. Everything is just off right now. I don't understand what's going on. Get that little drop over the middle. It's wide open. Don't go the home run ball or out there. Get it up underneath where the linebackers are leaving the spot.
3rd down and 15 from the 21. Corey, straight drop. Bounces out of the pocket right. Trying to shuffle people around. He will pull it down and run, and is shoved out of bounds. Yep. Flag out.
And Isaac Corey scrambles to his right.
Unfortunate for Josiah Carpenter. He's going to get called for a personal foul. Corey got it down to the 13-yard line.
Personal foul.
So
late hit out of bounds.
give him a 9-yard run.
3 in the defense. 15-yard penalty.
And the personal foul will be half the distance. So they'll move it down to the 6.5, which actually isn't enough to move the chains. Hermiston has a 3rd down and 1 facing them. Just under 4 minutes remaining. The clock just won't move because it's penalty and incompletion and penalty and
26 total penalties in this game to this point, Eric, between the two teams.
Yeah, we ain't done yet.
No. No. Pencil's running out of lead.
Don't worry, folks. He's got extra lead.
Yes, more pencils in the pocket.
He's got more pencils. He's got more mechanical pencil lead. He comes fully equipped with every battery that I could possibly need.
4th down.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was a 3rd down play. So, yeah, 4th down to go. Cough drops. He comes with everything.
Yep, everything's there.
Power blocks. Over 16 years of watching me forget things. He's, at this point, his backpack is everything I need.
Yeah, 48 pounds worth. Wow. Wow.
Bulldogs just don't have a play. They call a timeout.
Their 2nd timeout.
3:52 left in the 3rd quarter. And Hermiston's lead is 16-6. I mean, as much as everything feels off, it just doesn't feel like there's a point where Walla Walla has been able to seize control of this thing.
No, they haven't. But, you know, in the same note, well, the one thing about it is we're not showing anything to Southridge on our offense tonight. We're showing them that we can, you know, get a lot of penalties and you know, kill ourselves during this whole thing. But the one thing is our offensive line still isn't getting that great push. Right now, I'll tell you who I'd have in the lineup is Gribskov taking that hit. Well, Larson can do the same job, but it's got to be a quick hitter. It can't be one of those like like the draw plays that we see.
So it's 4th down and 1 to go. Ball needs to get to the other side of the 11. Corey with the keeper running right. He jab steps around a defender and is into the end zone for a touchdown. I was off by 5 yards. They needed to get across the 6. Corey runs it in from 7 yards out for the score.
Yeah, it's a nice job that time. It was a good option read that time, and was able to go ahead and get it into the end zone, but that still came out of struggle.
Isaac Corey's first rushing touchdown of the season. And Landon Shalonic will hold Abel Alatori's attempt on the extra point. Kicks up, kicks good. Hermiston's lead is 23-6 with 3:47 left in the third quarter. It's Bulldog football. You're listening to AM 1360 KOHU.
You know, the sad part about it is we got as many penalties as we got first downs. And Walla Walla is only one behind that.
Eric and Sunny with you on AM 1360 KOHU from Bulldog Stadium. Hermiston has seemingly seized control with 3:47 left in the third quarter. Their lead is now 23-6. Abel Alatorre last time kicking this direction towards the east end zone. He either mishit it, like you said, Sonny, or he intentionally hit the top really hard and turned it into this terrible bouncing ball that took all sorts of wicked hops. He does it again. I think that's intentional. It took a really high hop and another one. This time Ocampo's got it about the 13-yard line. Trying to get out to the Walla Walla sideline, running to his right. Pulled down at the 25-yard line after a return of about 12. Looked like Trevino was in there again with McCamey on the stop.
Yes, it was. Those were the two that got it. Again, a good job that time. They're getting, they're getting some pretty good little kicks out of it. 35-yard kick that time net. And, it's just a good thing for Hermiston to go ahead and get this thing under control.
I mean, I think at this point, it was intentional. And just, the time before, it put Walla Walla in a really bad spot. They started that last drive on the 5, so there's a little bit of randomness to it. Hermiston showing blitz. Here comes Delgado. Blitzers right into the run to the left side, and he stands up Flippo. Loss of 2 yards for the senior running back from Walla Walla. He's one of the guys, even as they lean on him so heavily, he'll probably have the motor to take you all the way through 4 quarters. One of the things Greg Lupfer said about Flippo was he and Josh Nelson, who spells Flippo at back, they were 2 guys that just don't stop lifting. 12 months a year in the weight room. Second down and 12 to go. Throw near side, incomplete. Underthrown, coverage on the play by Jaime Ramirez Ortega on an attempt to Ocampo. And just to finish the thought on Flippo and Nelson, they were both what Walla Walla calls 90% club guys. Mm-hmm. So 90% of the offseason, you make the club. The majority of their 90% club guys this offseason, Flippo and Nelson seniors, the majority were their freshmen.
Wow.
Third down and either long 11, short 12. Wood throws right side. Ball's batted away. Nicely done by Ramirez Ortega. He was a little bit late to get to Roberson.
No, that was by Council.
It was Council. Excuse me. No, you're right. It was Council. But he got there and then batted it out. And so 4th down. And Walla Walla is forced to punt out of their own end. Cooper Shields into the wind, has his heels on the 11. Brandon Shulhanek backing up. Feels a little bit deep. Low snap through Shields' legs. He turns to get back on it and will be brought down inside the 5 by Trevino.
Wow. Does that go down as a sack?
Yeah. Frankie Trevino, coming into tonight, he had the only 2 sacks the team had actually recorded through the first 2 games this season. He gets one here, taking down Cooper Shields, after the low snap, rolled through the 5-hole.
It's about a 18-yard loss.
And Trevino gets Hermiston the ball, trying to add on to a 23-6 lead. 2:52 left in the third quarter. Larson to the left of Corey. Corey hands to Larson. Larson up the middle. Flag out as Larson gets to the 5.
Stopped by a handful of Blue Devils. There is a flag on the far sideline.
How many flags?
That's number 17.
Face mask against Walla Walla. So how many flags?
That is number 10 on Walla Walla, which will be what, about a 5-yard, 4-yard?
Yeah, half the distance. So 4 yards. 10th penalty on Walla Walla, 16 penalties on Hermiston. First down and goal from the 4. Corey to Larson. Larson into the end zone, up the middle. And now Hermiston has grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck.
And that is what they needed. They needed to, keep getting after this team. This Walla High team has been scrappy enough. Either they've been scrappy enough or they've just been disruptive enough that Hermiston has not been able to go ahead and get a whole lot of stuff going until then.
It's Ben Larson's first rushing touchdown of the season. And Abel Alatorre adds the extra point. 30-6 is now the scoreline in favor of the home Bulldogs, who now, I think I can be a little bit more comfortable in saying, are on their way to improving to 2-1. Although, to be fair to the Blue Devils, who are 0-2, trying to win their first of the season, they've got over a quarter left to go. A quarter and 2:41 left here on week 3 at Bulldog Stadium. So Larson, his first rushing touchdown here in game 3. A year ago, he did have 427 yards on the ground on 107 carries, but he only got into the end zone one time. Bulldogs, a lot of their rushing touchdowns a year ago came from Chase Elliott. In fact, Elliott had 2 on the ground against Walla Walla last year in a game where the Blue Devils controlled Hermiston in a similar fashion to the way Hermiston's doing it right now to Walla Walla. Bulldogs had to replace Elliott. They had to replace Vinny Trevino. KJ Ramirez, who missed 7 games with injury but got in late. Marcus Weinberger and Aiden Gray also from the receiver and defensive back core. Of course, Caden Hotman, who's now throwing. Riker McDonald had a spectacular throwing summer as well, along with Hotman. Bulldogs turning this into hammer throw high. Onside kick attempt and fielded by Willard Palmer. Tried to onside kick it to the Hermiston sideline. It had just a little too much side spin, not enough over the top spin. And so it got into Palmer's hands pretty easy. How about that? Trevino, another special teams stop.
Yeah, he's had a good night on special teams. He's got the last 3 kickoff stops.
But the Blue Devils, because they recover the onside kick, do have good field position, down 30-6 with 2:37 left. Zach Wood will go to work, first down and 10 from the 47. Running back's not where Wood expected him to be. He'll run left and is stopped his forward progress at the 49, just short of the midfield stripe. 2-yard gain.
McCamey and Tuya in on the stop. McCamey with the heavy hit.
And call McCamey.
Flippo thought he was going right. Everybody else was going left. And headsy play by Wood there to realize he could still make something out of it. because he just went and followed Quentin Grimes, the left tackle. 2nd and 8, a yard short of the 50. 3 receiver options right for Wood, the wide side of the field with the ball on the left hash mark. The senior quarterback takes the snap. He'll roll to the right side. Wood hit as he throws downfield. Another one to Council for an interception. Flag out as Council is driven out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
In the motion of throwing, intercepted by Justice Council, there is a flag down on the far sideline.
What is the flag? It's a super weird flag. Just like where it happened in the play. Let's hear.
After the interception, 5-yard face mask.
Oh,
Against Walla
okay, that's not as weird. Only 5-yard variety, so a second interception of the night by Justice Council. He read that one perfectly, Sonny.
Yes, he did.
It's the next chapter bookstore read of the game.
Yes. Stepped inside and picked that one off, and a nice job done.
First down and 10. Hermiston moving quickly on the change of possession from the 31. Play action. Corey rolling right. Throws it back over the left side. Picked off. And the other direction it goes. Flag out after the Walla Walla interception. Right into the hands of Josiah Carpenter.
There's a flag on the far sideline.
This flag also was a little bit super weird.
I think it's going to be hit out of bounds.
I do too. Just didn't quite see it.
After the interception, dead ball, personal foul, Hermiston, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down Walla Walla.
12.5 yarder there.
So Josiah Carpenter intercepts it right back.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils from the
There, I found it.
13-yard line.
Still, Council of the next chapter bookstore read of the game. I'll get it in after this play. First down and 10. Ball at the 13. Right hash mark set. 2 receivers each way. Wood turns and hands. Flippo up the middle. McCoy got him to slow him up, and he's stopped for a yard gain. The next chapter bookstore. Find new books at all genres, from children's pictures books, middle grade and young adult, to adult fiction, thrillers, true crime, and everything in between. Plus, lots of bookish gifts, along with an art wall and a game wall. Step into your next adventure at the next chapter bookstore. One minute left in the third quarter. 30-6, Walla Walla on the Josiah Carpenter interception, trying to get it in for the second time tonight to the end zone. Wood keeps it, running read option left side. Wood hit hard. Trevino pulled him down, and then Ugarte finished him off.
Zach Wood.
Maybe one more play left here in the third quarter. Umatilla Vikings continue to dominate in John Day, up 44-0 now on the Grant Union Prospectors. Do the Blue Devils want to run more and more play? It doesn't look like it. There's 3-second difference between play clock and game clock. So Walla Walla is going to go to the fourth quarter, down 30-6 at a third down and 8 facing them at the Hermiston 11-yard line when we start the fourth quarter. After this 2-minute break on AM 1360 KOHU.
We'd like to say a little special shout out to all of our former Bulldog graduates that are about to take off to college here, if they're at a quarter school. Thanks for coming supporting Hermiston.
Eric Olson, Sonny Levy with you on AM 1360 KOHU with our studio engineer, CJ Miller. Sonny, I went and grabbed my wallet out of my backpack because I don't hold it on me during games because it's just another nuisance. But I went and grabbed it because I pulled $5 out. I will give you this $5 right here if you can guess the score at Franrish Stadium with 4:42 left to play. Oh, you're going to have to do it after this play. Third down and 8 to go. Wood to throw. Left side. Ocampo has it tripped up by Council. First down yardage, but Council kept him out. The Blue Devils will have first and goal to go from the 2. They looked initially like they want to go fast. All right. I'm not kidding. Yours. If you can tell me what the score is with 4:42 left to play at Franrish Stadium.
That's the Southridge game?
No, that's Hanford and Richland.
6-0.
Oh, I keep the money. Hanford 14, Richland 7.
Oh,
Wood, keeper running right towards the goal line. Not there.
The quarterback lead appears to be
got about a yard. This is how they scored their first touchdown. Wood again cues it up. A yard out. Wood flag out from the near sideline. Wood didn't get there anyway.
The rugby scrum appears to come up short, and there is a flag.
I think it's pre-snap, though. I don't know that Hermiston can... Well, you wouldn't decline it. You'd push him back 5 yards anyways. The illegal shift. See, I didn't think they were set on the touchdown.
Yeah, they had the two wide receivers out here still jockeying back and forth over here.
And that should make it.
Yeah, can we go back to Hanford up by a touchdown on Richland with under 5 minutes remaining?
Wow.
Also on the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, it's final. Chiawana 42, Pasco 6. Chiawana brought more rocks to the fight. One day I'm going to learn what that rivalry is actually called. It's not today, though. 1 minute gone in the fourth quarter here. Walla Walla trailing Hermiston 30-6. They've been pushed back to a second and goal from the 6. Wood to throw. Pressured. McCoy giving chase. Wood pumps. Lobs it to the goal line into the end zone. A touchdown. What a creative way for Wood to get the ball away and get it into Carter Chevelle's hands for a 6-yard touchdown. It was like a hook shot.
Yeah. Well, and other than that, Hermiston strung it out real well. Unfortunately, Hermiston strung it out real well, and they were able to get it into the end zone on us.
So Zach Woods got his first passing touchdown of the season to Carter Chevelle. A high snap, Wood pulls it down. The kick does get away, missed it left. So a second miss for Cooper Shields.
The extra point is no good.
Chevelle, who has the 6-yard reception, he's a sophomore, and Greg Lupfer's line was, we got to try to keep cleats on him. He's a standout. He's one of the next standout basketball players at Walla Walla, and was not sure about whether or not he wanted to come out, whether he was going to play, and they were able to convince him. And one of the things, and I think we saw it a little bit there, is because he's a great guard in basketball, he can find space really well, and that's what he did as Wood strings that play out.
Yeah, he got the space, he got the defender on his back, number one, and then stepped away from him forward back to the ball. And that's what when you're going into the end zone like that, that's what you got to do. You got to create the space by going away from the defender back to the ball, and was able to go ahead and do it very successfully there.
So situationally, it's an 18-point game. But Walla Walla does have their second touchdown of the night. The 2 missed extra points means that it's the big 3 scores. You can't do it with 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Right.
You could do it with 2 touchdowns, 2 conversions, and a field goal. So there's still a lot of work, and you got to wonder, is this a situation for Shields to try a Walla Walla onside kick? The righty will. Squibs it near a sideline, rolls into the legs of one of Hermiston's up men. And able to turtle on top of it was Yordi Castillo-Pena.
And between the legs, recovery by Yordi Castillo-Pena.
Castillo-Pena's recovery at the 44-yard line is where Hermiston has it.
Seeing that kind of, does Walla Walla have momentum going on their way and a little confidence going on their way, or does that really set Hermiston up for a short field again?
Well, the Bulldogs have 56 yards to a score, leading 30-12. Handoff, run up the middle for Larson, and Larson gets 3.
Larson on the carry up the middle.
Up to the 48-7.
Josh Nelson with the tackle.
10.5 minutes going. Game management will be interesting here.
Yeah.
There's really no reason to snap that with 29 seconds on the play clock, but Larson's got a hold this time. Larson coming left. Caught and brought down by Jaden Flippo. Yeah, Flippo and Nelson, they play both ways, and Flippo, he's carrying the ball on one side, sometimes 20, 25 times a game, and he's playing middle linebacker on the other side. 3rd and 1, handoff, Grubskoff's in. They're coming left, lost his momentum, and Josh Nelson throws him down. No gain. And again, the snap's coming early.
Yeah, there's no reason to get it off that fast.
First down, going to be 4th and short for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs rush into the line, 4th down and 1. Now the Bulldogs will shift in a new play with the signals coming in to the no-huddle offense. Corey Gribskoff behind him. Tuya to the left of him. Gribskoff out of the backfield. Hand to Tuya. Tuya sheds a tackler. Running right. Tuya, I think he got it.
Yeah.
But it was close. Oh, the way they're running in, he's not going to get there.
Very close to the first down. Josh Nelson with the
It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it is. This guy marked it way, way short. This guy marked it way, way short.
9:05 left. Less than 90 seconds off of the clock on that drive. Up 30-12. Hermiston's going to give it back to Walla Walla.
The officials have signaled for a first down for the Blue Devils.
That was not a good series.
It looks like we're going to get a measurement to double check.
No, it's way short.
I don't even think it was a bad spot. I thought they spotted it correctly. I really did. Jackson didn't go downhill. He tried to come back to his right, and they again got to the point of attack. They will bring the chains over. Well, you know, it's a TV game. Nobody loves anything better than that zoom in on the stretch of the chains and showing that it's short.
Yep.
By about 1.5 feet. Walla Walla ball. 9:05 left. Down by 18. You know, they haven't shown the ability to move it fast.
No.
So we'll see if they can show a new trick.
Well, number one, the strong arm quarterback does have the wind going with his receivers. You know, it depends on how he wants to stretch the field right now.
Chevelle and Roberson will be the receivers to the right. Nope. Roberson sent off of the field for equipment again. And Romero Herrera will replace. Ocampo wide left to throw. Down the middle. Whoa. Incomplete. Off of the fingertips of Romero Herrera. So they were looking Roberson's way, and then he got sent off the field for an equipment problem for the second time tonight.
Yeah, and that was wide open too. That had a lot of room to run with Hermiston chasing that time.
Oh, it's the battle for the gravel pit or something. Anyways, Chiawana won it 42-6. Kamiakin beat Southridge 28-2. Wood in the backfield, dropped for a loss. 3 different purple shirts there to finish him.
Who's the first one? Gribskopf.
Gribskopf got there first, and it's finished off by Oscar Adela Salas. You know, Salas, he had the forced fumble against Hanford that really helped Hermiston finish the comeback and win on opening night. Hermiston now is trying to avoid a Walla Walla comeback so they can get to 2-1 going into the game against Southridge at Lamson Stadium next Thursday night. 3rd down and 16, back of the 40-yard line after the sack of Wood, who takes the snap. Straight drop, pressured again, throws it near side into Chevelle's hands. Chevelle caught and spun down by Ramirez Ortega just short of the midfield stripe. He'll get 9. They need 8 more. Under 8 minutes left. And at midfield, 4th down and 7 facing the Blue Devils. They will talk about it. Trailing 30-12.
Timeout. Walla Walla.
Who got the tackle on that one, Eric?
That was Jaime Ramirez Ortega. Okay, so we know it's a final. Chiawana beat Pasco 42-6. Also on the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, Kamiakin beat Southridge 28-2. The Kennewick Lions seem to be in complete control. Don't have how much time is left. Up 54-20 at Sunnyside. They were the non-conference team this week. And then the one that opened some eyes and had at least me scratching my brow. Last update was almost 20 minutes ago, 4:42 to play. Hanford 14, Richland 7.
Wow.
Team Hermiston beat in week 1, leading the team who beat Hermiston handily. in week 2. Next week, Pasco and the Walla Walla freshmen. This is on the varsity schedule, but I don't think that's correct. And Hermiston Southridge next Thursday. Next Friday, this is the real one. Pasco's going to Burleski Stadium to take on this Walla Walla team. Kamaikan and Kennewick at Lamson could be the MCC title game. Richland and Chiawana at Edgar Brown. And Hanford hosts Mountain View. Throw over the middle, dropped. Comeback play. Zach Wood trying to get it into the hands of Josh Nelson.
Incomplete.
And Nelson had came back. He was running away from Delgado. He just dropped it. Turnover on downs, and Hermiston will get it back. They'll get it back on the Walla Walla 49-yard line just across midfield with 7:46 left, leading 30-12. The last drive took a minute and 29 seconds off of the clock.
Reset the play clock to 25.
Isaac Corey's got Ben Larson to his left. Council motioned left to right across the formation. Toss to Larson, left side where Council just vacated. Nelson trips him up at the 47-yard line, a 2-yard gain.
It's a short gain, tackled by Jesse Ocampo of the Blue Devils.
Second down and 8. Corey takes the snap with 22 on the play clock. Throws it near side to Council. Council on the screen. He's got a seam and is hauled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Pick it up 12 on the play at a first down for Hermiston.
Gets us a Bulldog first down.
First down and 10 at the 35. Gribskoff in. Corey fakes it to him. Throws near sideline. Walty comes back to his right around a tackler. Pulled down from behind by Ocampo.
Walty on the reception.
Up to the 28-yard line. Pickup of 7 for Nathan Walty.
Tackle for the Blue Devils.
Second down and 3 to go from the 28. Corey keeps it, trying to run left, and runs out of bounds.
Corey on the keeper.
.640 left in regulation. Hermiston's lead is 30-12. Clock paused with Corey running out of bounds. Ramirez Ortega wide to the right side. Trotman in as an H-back to the left of Corey. Gribskoff the deep man, 2 men left. Corey slaps his hands. Gribskoff running left side. Gribskoff gets out to the edge, and he's shoved out of bounds.
Gribskoff on the carry. Ushered out
At the
of bounds.
24-yard line.
He's got a Bulldog.
First down yardage, 3 yards gained. First down and 10 at the 24. Left hash mark set. Ben Larson back in the backfield next to the sophomore quarterback. Slaps his hands together. Quick throw, near side. Council dropped it.
Corey's pass intended for Council, incomplete.
So the Bulldogs have second down and 10. 24-yard line, left hash mark. Ami Tuia is at the H-back. He'll stand to the right shoulder. Larson moves up to the left shoulder and now is motioned out of the backfield to the right. Handed Tuia. Tuia running left. Tuia will pull his way through a defender to the 20-yard line.
Ami Tuia
Picking up 4 yards on the play.
Belcher with the tackle.
Clock spinning again. 6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Third down and 6 at the 20-yard line. Gribskopf motioned out of the backfield. Handoff, Larson running left side. Larson around the edge at the 10, hauled down from behind at the goal line, called short.
Appears as they call him down just short.
19-yard run for Larson. He's a yard out from the end zone.
Well, you know who they better be giving the ball to. He's done a lot of the damage on this run. They better give it to him right up the middle, but he's out of the game, isn't he?
He's out. Gribskopf is to the left shoulder of Corey on 1st and goal from the 1. Corey keeps. Corey runs into the end zone, out of the grasp of Manny Sanchez.
Quarterback lead, punches it into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown.
So Hermiston adds on another with 5:33 left in the 4th. Isaac Corey's 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. Abel Alatorre is 3 for 3 from PATs. He's also 3 for 3 from field goals tonight. And now he is 4 for 4 on extra points to make Hermiston's advantage 37-12. 5:33 left here in the 4th quarter. It's Bulldog football at AM 1360 KOHU.
TV timeout.
.37-12 on Isaac Corey's 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. With 5:33 left in the 4th quarter, Hermiston appears to be on their way to 2-1 and a date with the 1-2 Southridge Suns at Lamson Stadium next Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Radio coverage will begin at 6:30. We'll go with the shorter Sway Motors tailgate show on a Thursday night. And then next Friday on the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard, as we detailed just a little while ago. Pasco's at Walla Walla. The Blue Devils are host at Burlesque Stadium, looking, it appears, for their first win in Week 4. Kamiakin and Kennewick at Lamson Stadium. Richland and Chiawana at Edgar Brown Stadium. And Hanford is the non-conference team. They will host Mountain View. No, not the ones we know. Final score at Sunnyside, Kennewick 54-20 winners. We are the lone holdout here in the MCC. Well, that's not true. I don't know what's going on over the last 25 minutes at Fran Risch, although I'm quite intrigued. Abel Alatorre is kicking into the wind this time. Hasn't kicked this direction in a while. He will again go with that low bounding ball. Taken by an up man. It's Josiah Carpenter had that interception. And Carpenter gets stopped at the 29-yard line after a return of only about 6 or 7.
Gribskopf and Percival on the stop. First and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Well,
30-yard line.
I'm definitely intrigued by Kennewick and Kamiakin next week. Lamson Stadium, I don't think it really matters one bit at all, but Kennewick will be the designated home team. Wood to throw on 1st and 10. Pulls it down to run, hit from behind. and pulled down by McCamey behind the line of scrimmage. Did they give him? They got him back to the 30-yard line. So no gain, no loss.
That was a great pursuit by McCamey that time. He came all the way from the right side of that defensive line, looped around the right side of the defensive line, looped around and came in and caught him from behind. It looked like he was on a, maybe did a stunt towards that right side, then came all the way back.
Oh, they didn't change the down marker. It should be 2nd down and 10 to go. Walla Walla didn't get the play off before the play clock ran out. So a 5-yard penalty against them. We'll see if anybody gets the down marker. Jay Ego's got it correct on the big scoreboard down at the east end of the arena.
Yep,
Now they fix it.
Yeah, they got it right.
2nd down and 15 after the penalty. Clock is spinning, under 4.5 minutes remaining. Hermiston's lead is 37-12. Zach Wood. High snap, bobbled a bit, throws it near sideline, too far for Jesse Ocampo, incomplete. Boy, Jaime Ramirez-Ortega's had a battle tonight, matched up with Ocampo.
Yes, he has.
Third down and long 15.
So 3rd down and 15 at the 25-yard line for the Blue Devils. Trips left. Ocampo again, alone on the right. Wood, he'll come under center, and he will just go quarterback sneak straight ahead for 2 yards to the 27-yard line.
Did he think that he was closer to a first down? Wow.
Well, they might be good.
Cooper Shields back deep for the punt. Back deep to receive.
4th down and 13.
Mr. Nicholas Purswell.
Nicholas Purswell's back to return this punt. Cooper Shields gets a good snap this time. Angles a line drive over Purswell. Take a bounce, roll Walla Walla way. Inside the 25 and out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Around the 22-yard line for a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
What is that, about a 48-yard punt there?
No return and
3:24 left in the 4th. 37-12, Hermiston with it. Larson to the left of Corey. 1st and 10. Play action, throw near side. Council has it on the screen. Council gets 12 yards.
Corey's pass is complete.
Shoved down by Romero Herrera. Oh, excuse me, he got 10 yards. It was enough to move the chains.
Bulldog, 1st down.
Bulldogs still moving fast. Snap to Corey, he'll hand off to Larson. Larson running left side. And he gets a yard or 2 up to the 35.
give him 3. That's a pretty good mark.
41 of the Blue Devils on the stop.
2nd down and 7 to go at the 35-yard line. Gribskov's in. Corey hands it to Gribskov up the middle. Gribskov is caught from behind by Ethan Krager.
Gribskov with the inside run.
After he runs for another 4 up to the 39. 2:20 left in the 4th quarter. 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs.
And 3 to go. Gribskov will move to the right of Corey. Twin receivers each way. Fake to Gribskov, throw right side, off of the hands of Krebs and ends up in the second receiver, Shalonik's hands for a 2-yard gain. Well, they only give him a yard on it. 4th down and 2 to go.
4th and a long 2 for the Bulldogs.
A minute 40 left. Bulldogs leave the offense out there. Walla Walla's going to put 8 in the box. Hand off to Gribskov. Gribskov will get the first down yardage. Up to the 45. And with a minute 24, that should do it.
Number 6, Bannister, Walla Walla.
Timeout, Hermiston.
Hermiston calls a timeout with a minute 18 left. So the Southridge Suns are going to send that wing T hybrid look at Hermiston. You saw them in week 1 up at Richland on the Saturday of week 1. What do the Bulldogs have to do over the next 6 days to be successful against the Suns?
They have really got to get pressure up the middle because that running back of theirs is a beast. He can punish you. The offensive line, their center in particular, Eric, is one that absolutely gets after everybody out there, and then everybody follows him. He's the leader of that line. If they run up the middle behind him, they've got to figure some way of neutralizing their center so that running back, I think it's Rush or something like that. I'll have to take a little bit closer look, but he absolutely can own a game.
Tom Matuya in it back, and Drake Devon in at quarterback. Hand off to Tuya, running left side, and Tuya gets stood up after a gain of 5, up to the midfield stripe. There's a minute left.
Gain of 5 yards for the Bulldogs.
Trotman to the right of Devon. Tuya behind him. Devon's a sophomore, just like Corey at the quarterback position. High snap, it's over Devon's head. Devon diving for it, battling for it.
Aaron snap.
Walla Walla says they are at the bottom of the pile with it.
Ethan Krieger.
And they are. Krieger's got it. So Hermiston, with 39 seconds left, will fumble the ball away. And the Blue Devils, 37-12. They ran that 4th down and 15, essentially quarterback sneak, presumably.
Yeah.
They could, if they wanted, they could kneel on this thing. Zach Wood's going to line up with Flippo behind him. Twin receivers each way. 1st down and 10 from the 41. Wood takes a snap, turns and hands. Flippo up the middle. Flippo's got a seam. Flippo into the second level. Kid stays on his feet at the 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
And the handoff to Jim.
With 30 seconds left, a 41-yard touchdown run by Jaden Flippo.
That's not what you wanted to see at the end of a game.
Cooper Shields lines up to attempt the extra point. Hold is number 10, Zach Wood.
So, a couple of misses in a row now for Shields on extra points. He's missed right, he's missed left. This one, he does slip inside the goalpost on the left side.
The kick is good.
And so, the Walla Walla Blue Devils trail Hermiston 37-19. The Bulldogs did essentially put the JV defense out there. There's no JV game this week. Walla Walla doesn't have a JV team. So David Faitete did say one of the hopes tonight, and they just didn't get there early, was to try to get there early and get the young guys in because they were going to lose a week of game experience.
Yep.
Walla Walla's freshman won here yesterday with a late touchdown, 8-7. Touchdown and a conversion. Hermiston scored early on in the contest. Bulldog Cross Country will go to Oregon City tomorrow. Hermiston Swimming is up at Kennewick tomorrow afternoon. Bulldog Girls Soccer was supposed to play Kennewick. The varsity game has been canceled. The Kennewick Lions do not have enough girls to field a varsity team.
What is he doing in deep? Isaac.
You got to have one back in case they kick it deep. Shields appears to be ready to onside kick with 30 seconds left in the contest. Hands team's up this time. There's not going to be any linemen. Shilhonic and Tuya and Larson that direction. Rolling ball. Walla Walla's got it. Damian Romero Herrera recovers the onside kick.
Do they not understand that once the ball's kicked, they can go towards the ball? All they had to do was take 2 steps forward, and they might have broke that for 6.
Well, Walla Walla's going to get the ball. They just had a 41-yard touchdown run by Jaden Flippo. 28 seconds left, 37-19. Deep pass over the middle, jump ball knocked away by Nathan Welty.
The deep ball defended by Nathan Welty.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 50.
A reminder to our student body, at the conclusion of this game, we invite you to come join us in the Gold Gym for the Rage in the Cage.
Students dressed in neon. They got a little dance party going in the gym after this. Wood to throw, hit as he throws, near a sideline, dropped.
The pass is incomplete.
Incomplete, intended for Roberson. So 3rd down and 10.
Intended for Isaiah Roberson of Walla Walla.
Right at the midfield stripe. 16.9 seconds left. Ocampo and Nelson to the left. Out wide right, Chevelle. Inside of him, Roberson. Wood will hand off. Flippo another run, another big run. Breaks another tackle down inside the 30. Rumbles for a 21-yard gain. Clock is paused while they move the chains. Blue Devils can set quickly if they so choose.
Tackled by Jordi Castillo-Pena.
Clock got rolled. Buzzer sounds. We'll see what the officials want to do here. That clock should have paused until the chains were set. I think the officials are going to say, look, it's 37-19, let's call it.